love you, man. I'm not gonna do anything you don't want me to. You are the reason we have YouTube for watches. I'm gonna only smoking cigarettes, not weed anymore, not on streams. Okay, man. Have a great day. See ya. Love ya.
Hello, guys. How are you? That's our new promo for our new star, Diz Jerez Diz. Hello. How are you, my friend?
Hello, hello. I'm
Hey,
great. How are you?
I'm trying to make you into a new star. Now, basically, what happened is, we had the old crew, the fired crew, and now we got the new crew. I'm looking for talent. And I got to be honest with you, I had a few applications, a lot of talk, but I decided you might be the one, I got to be honest
Yeah,
with you. I had that fun gate. Look, I tell you honestly, no nonsense, okay? We'll just talk amongst friends here.
yeah,
So
sure.
originally I had that Goldberg guy, the dog trainer. He was funny. The gay guy, lovely guy. He was funny and bright. Then he left, right? He left.
Yeah.
Then I had Artem. He replaced him, right? Artem
Yeah.
came on the scene. It's funny. Had a bit of comedy, bit of a laugh, bit of a joke. And then he stabbed me in the back. And looking for talent, I think we're going to stick with you. Now, if you're working, please go and work. Don't just stay on our show. We know you got to work. Okay? You don't have
Yeah.
to. You got to go back to work. You go back to work. Okay? I can run the show without you. It's very kind of you to come on for a few minutes, but if you want to stay on, it's up to you, man.
Okay, man. I have work in 8 hours, so I can.
Okay, as long as it's not, just stay for a little bit. Don't stay too long,
Yeah.
because I'm just saying, man. I understand. Just let me ask you one thing. You're a military man, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck do you think of this Afghanistan? How America left?
Oh,
It's
it's
an
like.
absolute shitstorm. I mean, Trump said, I got to tell you, whether you think Trump is a lunatic or not, he said, what we'd do is we'd get all the Americans out. We would take all our equipment home. We would bomb the bases that we have, to wreck everything. You wreck the runways, because that's expensive infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
And then you say, goodbye, see you later. I mean, what he says, whether you like Trump or not, I think he's on the money.
Yeah, man.
By the way, I did a bit of research. I'm in love. My favorite army vehicle is an M113.
That's the
An
one
APC.
from my photo from the
Yeah.
Vietnam War.
So that's an armored personnel carrier.
Yeah, from the World War II.
No, Vietnam, more Vietnam. The Vietnam type.
Oh, right.
But
Right.
as a kid, I remember going in a ride. At a school fete, we had an APC there. An army brought one in. I loved APC. Man, that's what I felt. It wasn't. I thought it was a tank, but now I went and looked back at what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was an APC because they're not really that protected. They're made of aluminium. The base is aluminum, isn't it? So they're fairly light for what they're 12 tons. They're still 12 tons, but they can float technically.
Yeah. They're like not very good in terms of protection. Booby trap,
No.
RPG. You're gone. You're a goner.
You're gonna. But in Vietnam, you just had people with bullets.
Yeah.
It was. It's more protection than driving around in a car. Yes or no?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a fucking.
But you're right.
Matchbox. Yeah.
IUDs. Bang, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Because
Totally, man.
Because it's old technology. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to buy one of those APCs. Can you buy them?
Yeah. I guess you can buy them somewhere. Like.
Because they use a diesel. It's a 2-stroke diesel. They must pollute like shit.
Yeah.
Israeli army had bought a lot of them. There was 80,000 of them made. I don't know if you know this. 80,000 APCs. They're an M113.
Yeah, man. Israel has lots of them.
Yeah,
but it's time
yeah.
to replace them because many soldiers died because of them. You know.
Well, they're older technology, you know. I mean, let's.
Yeah.
Here we go. Toyota Mode $2. Politics and disc. Viking disaster. Okay, let's get back to Watch Talk.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Barbsby $5. Withdraw 2,000 troops just to bring back 6,000. What a 100. Well, they got to do something. Look, I think the honest truth is, it was a disaster. They got to do something. Now, I got to tell you guys, where is the rest of the crew? They if they can come on, they can come on as well. There. What about that green boy? You know, the green room. He was quite good. You
Yeah.
know that guy. He was good.
Yeah. Of course.
And you know, O'Sheen is top class. He's hard to get.
Yeah.
I tell you who I like talking to. You know, I don't mind. What's his name? You know, the wizard. The wizard. He's good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going through something today.
Ah, is he?
Yeah, like some surgery or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Producer Mark, how did you find producer Mark? I didn't find him that. He never turns the bloody sound off. I don't understand what's wrong with that guy.
He's a good guy. You can get him on and produce
He's
him
a
on.
good guy, but I mean, does he? He's got to turn the sound off first. I don't know how to explain that to him. You know,
Oh yeah.
he's just a bit slow there. What's happening? I got to tell you something. In your own watches, there, I think honestly, you were asking about dress watches. Are you thinking about dress watches?
I'm looking for a friend, not for me. Friend wants a dress watch. Until how much? They're right. 9K. 9K USD. You're
See,
looking
that's
for
not a
some.
lot of money. You know, I think honestly, the best thing for $9,000 mark,
Yeah.
reverso, 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 reverso.
Oh, reversal.
What do you
Okay.
think? You don't like the because
No, I like.
you can always get the reverso in steel.
Hmm.
You know, I had a dream. I wanted to be a tank commander.
Really?
Yeah, to be in charge of a tank, I think you got to be a lieutenant, don't you? What do you have to be in charge
You
of a
have to be
tank?
an officer. You have to be an officer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to be a
So.
lieutenant.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
and drive around in APCs. I
APC.
go my first landmine, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
you
Uh,
know, you know, you know,
I.
yeah. They were good when someone's throwing stones at you. Those APCs. weren't
Oh
they?
yeah, yeah. They are. They are. When the stones comes. Yeah.
Have
I
you ever
wanted
heard
to
of the?
be a. Yeah.
You wanted to be a what?
I wanted to be a Panzer commander in the German army. You know, like in the World War II. Like
Yeah.
they had some cool tanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like tanks. I like tanks. I always
Yeah.
thought they were amazing. So tell me this: you're looking at a dress watch. I would. What about you? You know what I think you should do. You really got to concentrate. Like you've got a bit of garbage in your collection, right?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Man, why don't you
Sadly,
get rid of it on the forums? Just get out of it, man. Get out of it.
I am slowly, man. I am slowly,
Like,
man. Yeah.
I think you got a good base. Omega Rolex. I think for you,
Hmm.
Omega Rolex is where it's at. Here we go. Yankee Doodle, $2. Which rodents do you want to crush with your tank? I just wanted to have an APC to drive around, like go to the shops, go shopping, have an APC. And what I loved about an APC was inside you sat against the wall. You know, it had two bench row
Yeah.
of seats. Man, they were amazing. I just thought they were an amazing thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You okay? You got a bit of a cold.
Yeah, I am. Can I say something? I don't want to
Sure.
be a Nazi. I want to be. I just wanted to. I like the German army. You know. I don't think that's a
Because you
problem.
are Jewish, aren't you?
I'm Jewish. My grandmother survived Auschwitz. You know
Which is
Auschwitz
what. Well, how could you like the Germans then?
because
They
they
were
are the culture. They are the culture of Europe. You can't dislike them. I mean.
No, I tell you honestly, it's very easy to dislike, hate people, hate a race, but you know what? It's just a
Hmm.
reflection on humankind, mankind itself.
Yeah, man.
You
Uh,
know, I I got to tell you, they had some amazing. You know, from World War II, they basically invented the jet engine. I don't know if you know that.
yeah, the guy, the scientist
Yes.
from
Well,
Brown. You know
You
him?
remember Germany at the end of the war? They had these jet aircraft to beat the Mustangs, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what happened was that's why the Americans came in. They wanted to steal. That became what a commercial jet is now. It's based on that type of technology. Those engines, they actually, that's the Americans came in to steal the technology, which hey, you can't blame them. And that's the annoying thing in this Afghanistan. They're going to steal all this technology. They got the best technology there. You see Taliban driving around in AP, these new. It's just terrible. It's terrible.
yeah.
How could you? I don't understand that. It's a disaster. Guys, let's keep this going to more watch talk because the politics is terminal. It's very terminal indeed there. I got to tell you, man, I think for you got to stick to steel sports. You know what? If I wasn't doing YouTube, right? Just pretend I wasn't doing YouTube, right?
Yeah, okay.
I would. By the way, guys, super chat now. Super chat. We're sinking fast, guys.
Yeah, man. Man, they're saying I'm a self-hating Jew. That's not true. That's not true.
No, what he's saying is
Okay. Yeah.
he admired. I mean, look, whether you like the Nazis, I didn't say you got to be a Nazi, but you must admit they turned Germany from an absolute basket case into a leading nation, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, the tanks they had there were incredible. You know, my grandfather was in the Russian army.
Really? Wow, mine as well, man.
Yeah, and he was actually captured by panzers.
Wow.
And the
Boy,
Russians, they had single bolt action rifle. That's World War One technology. And
Yeah.
the Germans turned up with tanks, panzers with machine guns on the top. They didn't even shoot them. They just said, "Hey guys, hey, stop!" Just hey guys. They had one horse for 2 men and one rifle for 2 men. That's what they had. That's their supplies. I mean, how are you going to beat World War One technology against World War? You understand? It's just you're outpaced.
Yeah, man, of course.
You know, and I got to tell you, it was a one of my favorite is Rommel. You know Rommel,
Yeah,
the
it's
tank
the general.
commander.
Africa
Yeah.
Corps. He was in Africa.
Yeah. He was. I mean, look, what you got to realize is a lot of this is politics. The soldiers aren't paid to think. They're told to do what the government says. The government says do this. They're not paid to think. They just go and do what is done. They're directed. So I mean, it's funny. You can be on one side, and then you look at the other side soldiers and say, you have compassion for them after the war because they were doing their job.
Yeah, man.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, my grandmother who survived Auschwitz, he said after the war she saw Wehrmacht. You know the Wehrmacht soldier?
Yes.
The German army. They said they were like, mein Gott. They didn't know that they were doing this to the Jews. Now, not everybody knew. So, not all Germans knew that it was going on. They were fighting for their homeland.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. I understand. I don't know. Here we go. Yankee Doodle, $2. Dis. Why don't you smoke a cigarette properly?
I don't know. Am I not smoking properly? I'm
How many
inhaling.
cigarettes do you smoke? Are they expensive in Israel, cigarettes?
Like $10 a pack.
See, in my country, it's $30
Holy shit, man!
because
Do
they
you
try to
smoke,
stop you.
Archie?
No. I used to smoke years ago, but it's not good for you. I think I gave up in my 30s.
I'm in my 30s. I should give up now.
Well,
Right.
I'm just saying to you, you can repair the damage you've done.
Yeah, man. Sure.
But I'm just saying to you, you gotta want to do it. You can't do it because I said so. You got to do it because you want to give up. I mean, I'd try and slow down a bit. Here we go. The Jolo Mofo podcast, $20. AC3, big fan of yours and bought Rolex because of you. Trying to promote our podcast, the Jolo FOMO podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Would love to do a 15-minute interview with you. Of course we will. No problem. Just email me at ArchieLuxury archieluxury72@gmail.com. archieluxury72@gmail.com. Email me and let's set it up. We can do it today after this stream if you like. I don't really care. That's fine. We can do that. I gotta say, I think for you, you know what you should do is stick to your sports watches, because you love your divers, don't you? You got the.
Who?
Let's just go through your collection. What do you got now?
Wow, I can show you if you're interested. You want me to pull the watch box?
You should get a photo. You should take a photo of it and send it to me so I can bring it up. That'd be
Oh,
much
I
better.
have a photo.
Later on.
Sure, sure.
Just send me because it's easier to do it that way than muck around. Send it on WhatsApp. That's the best way to send it to me since you're on here.
Okay, man.
But
Okay, I just want to say
Yes.
one thing. All the Americans watching this show right now, and they're thinking, "Oh, this guy likes the German army." I don't like the German army. I like the American army. I thank you guys for joining the war, the first war and the second war, because
yes,
you guys turn it all around. You turn it all around. Without you, the Russians wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have gotten to Berlin. So thank you,
no,
thank you Americans, thank you Australians, thank you Canadians, thank you guys, thank you.
yeah.
That's it.
And it's one thing when he says he likes the German army, he means he likes the military machine, the strategy, and the. I mean, the biggest problem with World War II was they were fighting the war on two fronts. They had the Germ. They were fighting Russia and they were fighting England. The army was divided, which was it's a silly.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Napoleon. He tried to capture Russia, and that winter was savage. The
Oh
winter
yeah.
is very savage there.
You know do you like classical music, Archie?
Yes, I do. I love classical
You know
music.
the Tchaikovsky's,
Yes.
you know, 1812. He has
Yes.
that with the guns.
Yes. Yes.
We should listen. You should put it on the intro or something.
That's a great. I love classical music, actually. Barbsby, $2. Need more super chats? Yes, we do. I gotta
Yeah.
tell you. Send me the photo. Can you send it to me on WhatsApp? Send me your picture collection on WhatsApp. I want to bring it up for people to look at.
All right, I'm gonna send you now.
Send it to me now. Because I was going to say to you, I think your problem is you're a bit scatterbrained. You're a bit scattery, okay? What you got to do is just concentrate on one thing, okay? You can't. There's many people who have more money than you, right? It's like my
Oh.
collection. There's heaps
Yeah.
of people. I can't compete because I'm not, big money.
Yeah,
Okay, just tell me once you've done that, okay?
I'm sending you it. Just a sec, man.
Yeah, send it to me. That'd be great. I think you should concentrate on steel sports. That's what you are, a steel sports collector. I think forget these other genres. That's what I honestly think. You've got to really concentrate on what makes you happy. If I wasn't doing watches,
Mhm.
I
What would you have
reckon
done?
what I would want is some Rolex. I'd want an Explorer. So I want a Sub, an Explorer, and a wind and wear like a Milgauss. I'd love a Speedy as a chrono, and maybe a Reverso. The Pateks are too expensive. I wouldn't have Pateks. If I wasn't doing this as my job, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't have the Pateks Adia. Pateks Adia. Okay, just tell me when you've sent that.
Yeah, just downloading it right now.
Okay. Yep. It doesn't have to be high res. Just.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, see, that's the thing. I think for you got this micro brand garbage, man. Get out of that. Sell them off. Even if you make a massive loss, get out of that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
I think for you, your life would be so much better if you started cleaning your apartment.
Yeah.
Cleaning the apartment, just minimalist. So, okay, I'm not going to buy crap anymore. I'm going to try and have minimalist, like you want to have a couple of good pens. You don't need 50 biros. You need a good pen. You need a good watch, and you have your watches on the, you have a showcase with your boxes and everything kept, so it's nice. And then you think, okay, I don't need to have 50 kettles. You just 1 or 2 kettles is enough for your house. I think,
Yeah. Get you, man.
Archie, but you love your Pateks. Yes, I do, but I'm just saying, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably wouldn't have the money or resources to put into it. I do love my Pateks, but I'm just saying, I would Seriously, I think you could have a couple of Rolei. I always loved the Rolei. That's what I loved, the
Roll
Rolei,
eye.
because they were so cool, man. The Roleis were so cool. I always loved my Rolei.
Yeah.
Um, the thing about them is, I think they honestly can be a dress watch. I mean, this is bullshit dress watch. It's not 1986, 1996. This is, we're in 2020, 2021 for God's sake. This is you know, it's it was a long time ago, and that's kind of how it is there. Now, how are we
Yeah.
going there? How are we going on this pick? Let's have a look. How are we
Yeah.
going?
I'm sending you. I'm just finishing this last touches.
Okay, okay, that's
Um.
okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's interesting. Your favorite movie, my favorite movie, A Serious Man. I think that's a great movie. That.
It's my favorite movie, man.
Did you see that movie I told you about?
Which one?
Those
Which one?
Japanese movies?
No, please send me a list, man. I didn't list them,
Okay.
man. Please send
Okay.
me a
Yep.
list. Okay, I
Okay.
sent you 4 pictures.
Okay. 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 Let's have a look here. See what comes up. Oh man, this is just a box of garbage. What are you doing to me, man? What is this, man? Seriously,
What?
man. It took so long, and it's garbage. Man, come on,
Why?
man.
What? Yeah.
I mean, look. Let's. This is a.
Hmm.
Phew. It doesn't make. I look at this box. I just see garbage. You know, what's
It's the
going
first
on,
one.
man?
Yeah. Come on,
Oh
let's.
my God, man! Why? I don't understand this. Do you like this garbage or what? What is this? Let's
I
bring
like
it
some
up,
of it.
guys.
Okay.
Let's bring this up on the screen. I got another super chat coming through, thankfully, because it's a bit bleak. It's very bleak today. We're very bleak. Here we go. We got Barbsbley, $2. Need more super chats. You bet, Barbsbley. And
Yeah.
we
Come
got
on, bro.
Michael S. Which Explorer would you go for? The 36 or the? I would definitely. My advice would be the 36 is it's too small. They're going for a premium. Just get this 30. Now you can't get the 39 cheap, so I would go for an Air King. I reckon the Air King is the best bang per buck steel sports.
Which one? The one with the green
Yeah,
letters?
yeah, you have because otherwise the other one's
It's
too small. The other one's 34 mils. It's ridiculous.
yeah. The green one is amazing. I saw it. It's amazing. It
Oh, it's
looks
beautiful. It's the
very
only one
nice.
with green and gold writing. Claude C, $5. Arch, which Patek would you pick to accompany a no date sub 5196 or 5127, and which metal? I got to be honest, it doesn't matter. They're both beautiful. I think in some ways it's nice to have the white gold because then it's a white metal collection, steel, and it's I got to tell you, I really do love the theme. The white metals are a great way to go. In many ways, I love the 5196 because it's wind and wear. All you do is wind it and wear it. You don't have to fike around with the date, and that's where you cause a lot of trouble. Just looking at this box, man, you got so much. Look, it's got good stuff and garbage. Okay, look at this here. We got some
Yeah.
nice Omegas. I love your Omegas. Then you've got a Smiths.
Yeah.
Man, just sell it. How much do you get for the Smiths?
330 US dollars probably.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
All right.
What's this watch on the end here? What the hell is that?
Which one? It's the Seamaster, the Speedmaster. Where is
No,
it?
the other end. The other end.
Oh, it's the Yema. It's the French one.
Yeah, that's garbage. Garbage. Seiko's garbage. Look at that. The Seiko really is garbage. That's there's nothing. I mean, let's be honest. So you got good stuff with garbage. What Seiko is this next one here? Is that
That's it's called the Shogun. Shogun. It's the Shogun.
Oh,
It's titanium.
actually, they're not bad.
No, they're not bad at all, man.
The Breitling, I don't. That's just get rid of that. Get rid of you. I don't know
I
what the
like.
Breitling does for you. Do you really want that Breitling?
Yeah, it's like old man's watch. I like being old sometimes.
It's quartz, but and analog.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
what.
know. It's like bisexual. It doesn't know which way to swing. You know.
Yeah,
And what's
man.
this orange thing here?
Oh, I sold this already. It's sold already.
Okay. And the other thing at the end is another Seiko.
Yeah, it's not another Seiko. It's a SLA 01
Oh,
Seiko.
you got a Satina DS.
Yeah, do you like it?
That's the double shock. You know, that's that the Satinas. They were
Yeah.
actually quite like some people really like that stuff. I always hated them. I didn't really like them, but man, you've got an interesting collection.
Yeah.
Uh, it needs a bit of work, I'm afraid. Get back
Yeah.
to Claude. Claude, I got to tell you, man. You know what? I reckon possibly the 5196 is one of the best Pateks because it's just wind and wear. You don't need to fike around with the date. You just wind it, set it, and wear. And there's something nice about manual wind watches. I don't know about you, Diz. How do you find manual wind? I love manual wind.
I was abstaining. I was veering away from them until I got the Speedy, and then I figured that it's cool. It's cool. You wind it every morning, and you
Yeah,
get this,
it's
connection
powered
to the
by your
watch.
energy.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Here we go. Watch and pray, $2. Patek 5396R versus Cellini Moonphase. No question, you'd go for the Patek. Cellini's a dog brand, okay?
Hmm.
Nobody likes Cellini. The Moonphase is actually pretty damn cool, but man, a 5396, that is mega beautiful. The rose gold, my favorite incarnation of that would be the rose gold. Actually, I like the rose gold with the white dial, but they also do it in the blue dial. Man, that's that's one of the most beautiful Pateks. It's an annual calendar, but it actually they built that to represent. It looks very similar to the first automatic perpetual calendar. It was a 3448, 3448, I think it was. It looks very similar to that, which was the first automatic perpetual calendar Patek had. Now the 5396, it looks very similar. How they did the eyes and that there, but I got to tell you, 5396. I don't think Cellini's never been a cool dress watch maker. You know, Cellini. There's some bargains in Cellini. You know, absolute bargains. The problem is they're not waterproof, and I kind of think. I don't know if Cellini will ever be that popular. You know, they got a different box. Cellinis often have a different box as well. They don't have a normal Rolex box. They got a Cellini box.
Really.
Uh, I
Obama
just
wears one, right? Obama wears one.
yeah, I think he gets a lot of shit for free. If you're a ex-president, people want to see you. You know, they
Yeah.
give you like for me, they give me a $5 super chat. If you're an ex-president, they give you a watch, don't they? Like a good
Yeah.
watch. You know, that's kind of Huff on Smash $5. I have a 43 mil Sea Dweller and a Pepsi GMT. Is it vintage or modern? He doesn't say. I assume it's modern. What's a good wind and wear for a bigger wrist? All hail the Pontiff. I think good wind and wear would be the Speedmaster. It's 42. 42.
Yeah.
I tell you, another wind and wear would be something like a Lang A1 or I got the Reverso Grand Date. That's a big chunky. That's a 8-day power reserve wind and wear. I love. I got to tell you, I really do love manual wind watches. I don't know what it is. Because people say, oh, you can still wind an automatic, but it's not good. You're running the gears. It's really quite. I don't think it causes trouble for Rolex, but on Patek and that, they really advise you not to do that. Don't wind it don't wind it unless you're just starting it initially.
Hmm.
You wind it 10 times and that's it, because you are putting pressure on the gears. That's what you got to remember. You are putting pressure. I got to be honest with you. See, I look at this picture. It's just so much garbage here, man. I mean, what am I supposed to do with this stuff? Can I ask you that?
You need to tell me honestly what you think.
You know, I don't understand you sometimes. I really do not understand. Then I see a photo. You sent me another photo. I'm going to
Just
bring
sent you
this.
another one, man.
I'm going to bring this up on the screen here.
I'm bringing up
So,
the Seiko. Bring up the
so
Seiko, man.
we've seen the garbage, right? But What I like is you sent me a photo. Share screen. Here we go. Just bringing it up now. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. He's got 3 decent Rolex. He's got a no date. You've got it's a 14060 2-line. You've got a 16610 date sub steel, and he's got an Explorer 1.
11470. Yeah,
That's the 39 mil. Is that right? Or the 30? So which one?
it's a 36, man.
Oh, you got the, okay, gotcha. It's beautiful, but that's a great little, look at, don't sell those. So you know
Okay.
what I would do is get rid of your garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already got a really nice collection. The problem is you keep buying garbage. That's really the problem. Sir Drew Peacock, $5. Thoughts on the new AP chronograph? What's the new AP chronograph? What's he talking about? This new AP chronograph? What's he talking about?
I have no idea, man. No idea.
What's the new AP chronograph there? I mean, that's so. How big is a piece? I'm trying to work out which one's he talking about. What's he talking about exactly?
I'll be
Is he-
honest with you. No, I don't know much about AP.
Is he
so-
talking about the Royal Oaks? They had the. There is a.
Chat, let us know. Chat, come on, super chat. Come
Yeah.
on.
I think he's talking. There's a nice. Actually, I tell you this. This is actually quite beautiful. I'm just going to bring this up. All I did was I googled Bobby Google. Google. I googled new AP chronograph, and look at this blue. I like. Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Look at that. That is actually a beautiful. That blue, rose gold and blue is really gorgeous.
Wow. I personally I would wear it on a strap only, but wow.
Well,
I'm sorry, on a bracelet.
Yeah. Well, it's so much more money on a bracelet. You realize that, like 20,000 US more. The price
if
of a
you buy
second-hand
the best.
APC is the price of a second-hand APC. You know.
Hey man, Archie, do you think I need some splash of color in my collection? Some people are saying that I all are black dials, so I should buy something.
No. Sports. You got nothing wrong with black. Once you go black, you don't go back. You know.
Back in black, ACDC. You know
Yeah.
ACDC?
Yeah. ACD. They're one of the greatest pop bands of all
The-
time.
Aren't they? They're
Heavy
Australians or New
metal.
Zealand?
Heavy metal.
They're from Australia or New Zealand? I don't remember.
Australia. Akadaka.
Oh. Nice.
Here we go. We've got another super chat here. Caliber 3135, which is a Rolex caliber.
Yeah.
New Zealand, $3.50. Arch, why is the Patek 5979 underappreciated? Let's call this up. I'm just trying to remember what the hell is this. 59. Whoops, what's this? 5979. What the hell is it? Well, underappreciated? I don't understand. What's he mean by 5979? Where the hell is this? I think he might have got his references wrong. It's not bringing up anything. 59. I'm not quite sure. Let's just double check that. 5979. What is the 5979? There's no such reference. 5979. What is it?
No idea, man.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. What are you
People
talking
are-
about?
People are making up Patek references, man. They're making up shit.
There's a 5976, but 597. That's why I didn't quite. That's why I didn't mean anything to me. But okie dokie. Next one here we got is Horology Caesar 15 Sing. Gents, been in love with 3710 for many years. In a position to pull trigger. Pontiff's honest opinion. Wish I was in the position a few years ago when prices weren't ludicrous. Okay. 3710. Let's have a look. 3710. This here, of course, is one of the early Nautiluses. It's
Yeah.
the
Ooh, with the Roman numerals. Yeah.
well, no, it's got the power reserve. It's got the power reserve. That's the thing about
Right.
this one. It's got the
Right.
power reserve. Look. It's not for me to crush your dreams, okay? I'll be honest with you. If you really want something, it's not for me to say yes or no to it. I don't think you can go terribly wrong. These are a little bit small, but for an Asian wrist, these can be an absolute... They're always going to be very valuable. They're always going to be special. I think your money's safe. Personally, if
Yeah.
it was your dream, if it's been your dream, fulfill your dreams. You only live once.
Yeah, man. Follow your dream.
Go, if you really... Look, I personally have always liked the precious metal Calatrava, that sort of genre. Now, that's not to say that Nautiluses aren't good. It's what you pursue. A lot of new people, they don't even like that stuff. They like the Nautiluses and the Aquanaut because of the hype. But man, I would say seriously, I think you'd be pretty safe buying that. I honestly can't see it being bad. Buy it, enjoy it, dream. You know, the Singapore women are almost as bad as Israeli women. They're as hard to get, you know. In Singapore, you got the 5 C's. Korea, condo, car, credit card, and country club. They're into all this status sort of stuff. They're very, very... They're like Israeli women. Israeli women can be very beautiful, but they're very bossy and dominant.
How do you know that, Archie? That's true, but how do you know that?
No, I had a friend who's Israeli who
Mhm.
was married to an Israeli woman. She was nuts, okay? Absolute nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's,
they're just nasty. Israeli women can be really tough.
True.
Just, they're quite beautiful. Some of them are quite attractive, but they're just nasty bitches. And they expect so much from you. They think they have massive tabs on themselves. The only type of people only women I've seen who have bigger tabs on themselves are the mainland, the Hongkonese, Hong Kong,
Yeah, yeah.
and the Singaporean women. They are just, they think their shit doesn't stink. They are so, I mean, they can even be, you know, getting older on and they still tough. You know, the Koreans can be also pretty shitty. I know this
Yeah.
one woman, she was 37, desperate to get married because, you know, she's running out of time to have kids, etc., etc. And she wouldn't go out with this guy on a second date because his birthday and her birthday didn't mix for the yin and the yang. I'm thinking, honey, I think maybe your belief in astrology is a little bit lopsided here. This is a guy who's alive and got a pulse. You can't be so picky, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You know, they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me. Patrick Chip, $5. Arch, please let this go so he can buy more garbage. This is painful. You don't want to be brocus pocus. Arch, please let this guy go so he can buy more garbage. I don't know. Who's he talking about? He's talking. I don't know who's he talking about. I don't understand that. Well, that's okay. Brad Allen, $3. Buy a new Air King at Dis. Great. I tend to agree. You know, honestly, what I would do if I were you, Dis,
What?
get rid of you. What you need to do in your life is you need to do this for your apartment, and you also need to do this for your watch collection.
Mm-hmm.
You got too much shit. The rubbish that is worth nothing, you need to throw away or sell.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop buying crap. The Smiths. Okay, it's kind of cool, but you know what? It's not a 1016, my friend.
Yeah,
It's
not-
garbage.
yeah.
Okay? You need to sell it. And what you need to do with your apartment is you need to throw stuff out and clean. Get those sheets clean, clean the walls. You need to spend half an hour every day just throwing shit out. And don't let shit come back in. Don't let garbage come back in. You know what I'm saying? You got to have less. You're too much clutter, too much crap. I mean, I have big problems throwing stuff out myself. I must confess.
I'm a hoarder. I hoard things, you know?
But
Yeah.
you've got to say, okay, some of this stuff is making your life unbearable. And I think if you had cleaned up a bit, and the same as your watch collection, let's get rid of the Seikos. You've got Rolex. I would keep some of the Omega, all the Rolex, and I'd start buying, I reckon, an Air King for you. Seriously, I honestly think an Air King, a new model Air King would be amazing.
Hmm.
That would be an amazing watch for you to have.
Wow.
I
Okay.
really mean that. Dennis K, how about a watches and women's special, Arch? I dated an Israeli woman a few years back, and she wanted me to convert to Judaism after like 2 dates.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I gotta be honest with you. It depends how sexy they are. I'd convert to anything if they're sexy enough, But it depends. I honestly, I don't mind Judaism. I honestly could be a good Jew. I think myself. You know that.
For sure,
I
man.
like Larry David. You like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I
Of
love
course.
that show,
Yeah,
man.
I love it,
Did
man.
you see that episode where the lawyer turned out not to be Jewish? He dumped the lawyer because he wasn't Jewish. You're not a Jewish lawyer. Remember that one?
The one his friend Jeff, right? His friend is a lawyer. Am I wrong?
No. He had a lawyer who was not Jewish, and Larry lost his shit over it.
Oh,
I,
I
Larry David's very. Let's have a look here. I'm just trying to get these super chats under control here. Just
yeah.
hang on, guys. Let me just get this under control because we've got you itchy. What's happened there? You got lice in your house.
I may have. I'm gonna
What
get
time
some
is it
pet
now?
food.
What time is it for you now?
It's 2:22.
Okay, you need to go to bed. Okay, please.
I'm going to
Please.
get a Pepsi. Okay.
No, you need to go to sleep. You got to go to work tomorrow. You need to go
I
to
can
sleep.
work after not sleeping. It's okay.
No. Come on, man. I tell you honestly. I mean, I love you. You come on every day you want, but man, you got to work. You got to sleep. Go and have some sleep. Okay, I tell
Uh,
you. Okay.
okay. I'll have
Seriously.
a sleep soon. Yeah.
Okay, please. Um, you know, you got to have some sleep. Okay, you got to have some sleep. Brad Allen's $3. He's saying the Air King. I reckon that's what you should get, man. You need to get an Air King. And Dennis K, $7. How about a watches and women's special? Okay, I got to tell you honestly, Israeli women absolutely gorgeous, but they're nasty. When they go out dating with you, they say, "What career have you got? What do you earn? Do you own your own house? Do you have your own car?" They want you to have a Mercedes Benz. They
Yeah.
want you to have an Armani suit and take them out to expensive restaurants. Don't worry about sex. There's no sex. It's very savage. And
Logan Hall is asking what I do for a living. Logan,
he's
I
in
do search engine
SEO.
optimization. Yeah, SEO, man. SEO. Hey Arch, if you want me to get off the stream, tell me. I can go to sleep.
Man, I want you to go
prefer-
to sleep. I want you to go to sleep, man. I can cover it myself. You just go and have. Man, it's 2. I don't want you to up at 2 o'clock in the morning, man. I love you. Go to sleep. You've put your effort in. Go to sleep, please. You've got to sleep, man. You've got to sleep. You got to work up tomorrow. Go and have a sleep now. You'll be fine. Okay. Okay, man. I'm gonna boot you out because otherwise you're
really?
not gonna leave. Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's all good. I can cover it. So cool. Okay. Bye. You gotta come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Okay. He's tired. You gotta sleep, man. Come on, man. You gotta sleep. Okay. Come on.
Okay, if you
Okay.
insist.
I just can't. I'm worried. It's 2 a.m. in Israel, man. Come on. You gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't want to keep you up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, man. See you later.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Okay.
See ya. Yeah, I hope.
Fella, $2. Talk about the life of a Brisbane barrister in the 90s. I don't know any Brisbane barristers in the 90s. In the 90s. Man, 90s. Man, 90s are... I like the 90s. They're kind of over. The 90s were 20 years ago. And what other chats we got here? Caliber 3135, $9 New Zealand. Archie meant to ask, what do you think of the 5975 Patek Chrono? What is this thing? Let's just, the number doesn't share screen. Let's have a look. Let's bring this up. I'm going to bring this up now. 5975. 5975. That reference doesn't. Oh my God. Yes, this was a limited edition. Actually, I saw one of these at Vintage Watch Co. This, I mean, what do I think of it? Absolutely amazing. It was for the 175th anniversary. I've actually touched one. I have touched one. Yes, I have. What do I think of it? Absolutely. It's ball breaking beautiful. What do I think of it? I love one. Can I afford one? No. Oh, let's not be negative. Could I honestly look? It depends what you're prepared to forego. It's a beautiful watch. It's absolutely amazing. I hope to God, I would convert to Judaism if I could get one. There you go. I would convert to get one of those. They're amazing watch. They absolutely amazing watch. Beautiful. The thing about these is they also did it. They got special dial there. There's a few little intricacies for it. There's some. Any of them are cool. There's the rose gold. Always love the rose. I'm trying to remember which one did I see. I think it might have been yellow. They've got the special back on the back. It's got the engraved Patek back there. Man, what can I say? European Watches has one. They have one. How much is it? Let's go and have a look. I'll just have a look. He's a bit expensive, I find, but he's a good dealer. He's very good, but he's always just a little bit on the expensive side. Oh, it's sold. It doesn't say. I think it has special box as well with them. They had a special, beautiful piece. Beautiful piece there. What else can I say, guys? Let's just have a bit of a chin wag. I like to have a chin wag with you guys here. The other thing I wanted to say is I've been really thinking about my own, I reflect on my own collection. And, you kind of, in life, you go through different phases where different things are important. And I got to be honest with you, sometimes you realize you've pursued the wrong dreams, okay? You realize this and you think, what is the right way to have gone on certain things? I got to be totally honest with you. I love my watches. I think the watches are it's become my career. The watches have been a magic career for me. What else would I do? Let me call up this picture. I'm going to bring up a picture for you guys to. I like to have a reference point when I'm talking to you. I like a reference point. So this here, this is okay. This is look at da. Look at this. Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Back row 4 Pateks. Front row some Rolex, a Speedy, and a Reverso. And I look at this and I've got on my wrist. Guess which one? It's the Milgauss. And I got to tell you, sometimes I look at these things and I say to myself, no, Bear, apparently Stefano was having some surgery today. Our prayers and thoughts are with him. Good luck, my friend. I got to say, you look at the watch hobby, I think the best thing you can do is sometimes I say, I wish I hadn't have sold this. Most of the time, it's good to have renewed. It really is good to renew because you can't really keep everything. See, for me, I've gone in and out. I've had many collections, ebbs and flows, webs, and whatever. And this is the thing. I'll just post the link there if the Cardinal wants to jump on. He's always welcome to jump on. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I don't know. It doesn't matter. I got to tell you, in my case there, I think if I wasn't doing the YouTube, definitely would have the Rolexes, the Speedy. The Pateks would be so expensive. Like just for a normal working lower middle class guy, they're kind of ridiculous. So the whole thing is, I really think I've turned around and I love my Rolex, the Rolex. I think the Rolex means a hell of a lot to me. I didn't realize this until I nearly forgoed them. This was the thing. The Rolex is so. I didn't realize how special it was. And I got to tell you, these three watches here. When you're building a collection, you think, what do you do? What do you do? People don't have guidance. They don't have rules. They don't have nothing. And one of the best things you can do is you can set yourself, okay, what do I do? Well, I think it's always a great idea to get a diver, get a GMT, and get a chronograph. That's always a good start. And then see where the hobby takes you. And if you're unsure which ones to get the most iconic. The icons. Juco Ted, $10. Should I trade my Datejust 41 Jubilee fluted champagne dial plus Omega Rising Sun for sub Sermont or root beer? That would give me Sermont or root beer and 16,700 plus a milli plus a Black Bay 58. Now, Juco Ted, the problem is, whenever you're trading, are you trading in with a dealer? Are you selling these at commercial rate? What exactly are you doing? But let's ignore that fact that dealers will always make money out of you. Every time you go to a dealer to trade in, you're losing margin. Okay? Don't ever forget that. Okay? So each time you go and do something, it's not as clever as you think. So you got a Datejust 41, Jubilee fluted bezel, champagne dial. Okay, so that means it must be. So you didn't give me some key facts. So you're telling me now it's a two-tone. Okay, two-tone. See, that's quite an expensive, beautiful watch. And an Omega Rising Sun. Those are two pretty powerful watches. A sub Sermont or a root beer. See, the root beer, but they're all beautiful. Personally, I'd be inclined to keep what you got. I'd be inclined. It's probably on the money. You know that? It's probably on the money. The thing is, looking at your collection, you've already got a 16.7. It's a vintage GMT1. You got a Milgauss. You got a Black Bay 58. So you got enough filler. The Datejust is actually a pretty nice watch. And the Omega Rising Sun, I quite like it. So, no. I think you just get bored. See, every time you flip these things, you're losing money. Diz Horez Diz, 6 shekels. Pray for Stefano, the watch wizard. We definitely will pray for him indeed there. So our thoughts are with him. I've got my JJ on. Hello, JJ. How are you?
How's it going, Arch? How are you?
Hey, man, did you like my new A Star Is Born?
Arch, I hope you got paid a good amount of money for that video.
You didn't like it?
No, it was cool. I mean, there wasn't really much to it, but it was cool.
That's the Artem replacement. Do you understand?
Right, but I hope you got paid some bucks for that. That's free advertisement, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think that guy's actually going to stab me, unlike other. You understand? Like, I'll be honest with you, okay? If we were in the army, you would be a lieutenant.
Okay.
Marco's a sergeant.
Okay.
And Dis, we've promoted from private to. He's now become a what's the rank above private?
Corporal.
Corporal. He's a corporal.
Do you think he's a corporal already, Arch? He's moving up the ladder quick. It's been a week.
We had,
you know,
the previous corporal was shot. Okay.
I've seen other guys on your show a week, and you thought they were the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I mean? Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Time will tell.
Look, I kind of like the guy.
Oh, I do too, but time will tell, Arch.
And I'm hoping we can help him clean his apartment.
You know, imagine how many Rolex we're going to find when he cleans up. Bless you.
I just think with him, he's actually a decent sort of guy. I just like him to get his life back together. Like, I kind of feel sorry for him. And
Yes.
besides, plastic likes him. That's the other reason.
Oh, okay.
Plastic said, "This guy here is good for you." Okay.
Plastic also likes Dogecoin, though.
Plastic's got a fully paid off X3
No,
from this crypto crap. I hate crypto. You know, I honestly
I know.
don't understand it. I'm not interested in it.
I'm just messing around. He's all right.
No. Plastic. They've all got their moments. You know,
Right.
plastic. As Bear said to me, I love plastic. You can't do a 3-hour show with his stick. After 5 minutes, he's finished.
Yeah. Listen, everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. You know, I like this. He's funny, but you know, he's got to accept his role as sometimes he's going to get teased a bit. You know what I mean? When you come on with a room that looks like it got hit by a tornado, what do you expect? You know what I mean?
Hello, Marco. How are you, man?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
What did you think of my new promo video for this?
I didn't watch. I'm going to be frank with you, Arch. I did not watch it.
He was busy making watch deals, Arch. He's got no time
Yes.
to watch.
No, honestly, I've done fuck all day. I've been watching. I watched like 3 movies today. I've just been lounging.
I love watching. What movies did you watch?
I watched. It's called Snake Eyes.
Okay.
So I watched that. I watched Infinity. That was a good movie with Wahlberg. And what was the other one I watched? Hold on, it'll come to me. I forget the third one, but I watched one more.
Man, that's fantastic. I got to tell you, all I'm trying to do is make Diz the Artem replacement.
This
Arch,
is
you better
definitely a wacky guy. This so it should
Yeah,
be,
that's what I wanted. Because
Like
remember
Kramer.
this, it started off with the dog trainer. He was the wacky gay guy, you know, happy, cheery, happy-go-lucky. Then he left, and then we got Artem in. He was sort of, you know, he was a bit bi. He swang both ways. He did a lot of gay signaling, which is cool because I love gay men. And now he kind of stabbed me. So then what we did was I got this.
And this is looking for love in anywhere, right? Anywhere he could find.
He's just a nice guy. I kind of like him. Like he's.
Yeah, I like him too.
And what I like about him is he said something. He said he admires the German army. Doesn't mean he's a Jew, for God's sake. Okay? But
Listen, I know a lot
you
of people
look
who admire their enemies. They have respect for them.
yes.
Doesn't mean they like them.
Doesn't mean exactly. Hello, Birminghard. How are you?
Good, Arch. How you doing?
Man, I'm gonna make you into a star as well. You know that?
I don't know if I'm ready for it. Let's work on this first.
Okay.
The super chats change you though, Birmingham. We don't want Captain America to change.
Yeah, I've got to get some catchy tunes happening there. The best thing about it is it really pisses Artem off when we're making other people stars and we're trying to cut
Arch, you
him out
gotta
like
let that die. You gotta let it die. You said you weren't gonna mention him anymore. Let it die, Arch. Let it die.
I
can't
sent
help
your boss an email, a text. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, you sent it to me like 6 times. Of course I saw
Yeah, yeah.
You sent it to me like you said it on the ArchieLuxury group.
I
You sent it to
know.
me twice.
I know. Well, you remember now. You remember. We like you. Welcome back into the fold. You
Right.
know.
You said you don't
Lapo-
mind kissing my ass, right? But not R10, right? Not R10.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Jesus.
Lapo $769. No offense to anyone else, but this is the dream team. Yes, it's a very good team there. And I got to tell you, he's a good guy to bring on when I'm having a slow day.
Did you
Let's say-
did you get this is super chat
Yes.
about Stefano?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
hope he's
yeah,
doing all
we
right,
did.
man.
Yeah, we're praying for
Alright.
Stefano.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, Stefano. Soulless Art, €5. How many watches to bring on 3-week working holiday going to a very safe country? Is 3 too many? The biggest problem is you take them in, you're going to get landed with taxes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to declare this shit. You could be liable for taxes. Personally, I would take 1 Rolex as an everyday waterproof watch and 1 dress watch. And don't bring the boxes or other shit because you want proof. In my country, in Australia, you can fill out a form before you leave Australia, which proves that you had this watch before you left the country. Because otherwise, when you turn up with expensive watches, they say, where did you bring these in? And you're arguing with them. There's a special form you can have. And I don't know what other countries are like, but that's always what you should do. The big danger, I wouldn't be taking 3, I'd be taking 2. That's it. One on your wrist and one.
Yeah, one in the box.
A G-Shock doesn't count though. So if it's
It's garbage.
just watch, a
No,
Scott watch and a beater. But I don't
high
know what he does
value.
for work though. I'm just saying I don't know what he does for work. And so when I go traveling, I'll usually have a G-Shock.
No, but
sport watch, and then
he's
if
saying
I'm-
as far as taxes is only for high end.
Exactly.
They're not going to tax you on a G-Shock. He's talking about like.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm just saying it's 3 too many. Yeah. I
Oh,
wouldn't
you
bring
can
3.
Timely
bring a
behavior.
beater.
Who
I
is this
always bring a
timely
G-Shock,
guy?
right? I always bring a G-Shock. 'Cause you never
Who
know.
are you? Do we know you? My God, he
No,
looks
you
like
don't
he's
really
been
know
hit
me.
by a bus. Man,
Do
what
you know
doing,
Dis?
man?
It's tough in Sydney during lockdown, mate. We can't get a haircut. We can't do anything, eh?
Man, what are you doing? What do you do for a job?
Warehouse manager.
A what?
Warehouse manager.
Warehouse manager.
Warehouse
So I mean
manager, fantastic, man. It's
Yeah.
shit. Sydney, for you guys that don't know it, they've now got curfew at nights. Can you believe this? I mean, where the
We're
hell
all
were you
locked up.
guys going anyhow? I don't understand.
See, I can cover up with this, so it's all good. Yeah.
It's crazy,
So
man.
is Sydney where some of these riots and these clashes are happening?
Yes.
There were, and they're also
Okay.
in Melbourne. So both
Yeah.
cities.
Okay,
Melbourne
and in
was a
Melbourne.
lot worse than Sydney's though.
Really?
So,
By the way, what are we wearing on the wrist today, guys? What are we
Ah,
wearing?
I'm wearing a subby.
Nice.
Very quickly, Jay Gitty, $5. Arch, open your eyes. The crew came on as soon as you got rid of Dis. Look,
No,
Dis was
actually-
okay.
No,
It's a
no.
coincidence. It's actually a
I was
coincidence.
eating. I was eating with my family.
Right.
Right, exactly. I was watching a movie and I just
Yeah,
finished
it's
dinner.
okay. Look, it's all cool. I'd like to. We can't just have the same show every day every day. Can I just tell you something just out of interest there? Okay. You know, I made a lot of money when we had the firings and the upheaval. Everyone says, "Oh, I don't like this hassle in the community." Well, guess what, guys? The bucks don't reflect that. Yesterday we did a nice show. We were singing Kumbaya, quoting Bible verse. It was one of the worst days of the week. When I wanted to rip someone's throat out through their asshole, it was one of the best days I made. Can you explain that to me, Birminghard?
Well, I guess before Rome fell, right? The Colosseum.
Yes, they were having
Keeps people
orgies
entertained.
everywhere.
You need to.
Yeah. I got to tell you there, our good friend there. Oh, sorry, we've got a couple super chats. Here we go. We're getting a bit slow. We've got some super chats to make up for the slowness. Bear Clooney, $5. I like this. I like his personality, loyalty, no birthday fundraising, no rebel streaming, and never calls anyone a legend except AC3. Thank you, Bear.
All right, you want to have good personalities on the show, not indentured
Yeah.
not indentured servants. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Calcewich, $5. Should I trade my 2018 Batman Oyster 17K plus Explorer 139mm 10K plus 40,000 to get a Patek 5172? They go for 68 to 75 right now. A true grail. Calcewich.
Do you have anything else? In
Keslovitz.
your, does he have anything else in his collection?
Okay,
I
this
mean-
is an amazing question because I really, oh my God, the brain's ticking. You don't know something? Can I just say this to you guys? You ever met people who say, no, I can't do that? Like, they just condemn themselves to no, I'll never be able to afford that. You know, I do those videos with Alice. And Alice said to me, oh, I'll never be able to afford that. If you start putting that in the universe, that's a very dangerous thing. Now, admittedly, I'd like to have an SL Mercedes, but I don't want to have a job.
I thought you wanted
Like-
a Ferrari. Didn't you tell me you wanted a
No,
Ferrari?
no, well, I'm saying, I'm just
Didn't you
giving
want a
you
Porsche as well?
what,
He wants
what
all
I'm
of them,
saying.
guys.
I want a lot of
no
things.
limiting
right, but
beliefs, Arch. No limiting beliefs.
No limiting. But the thing is this. I remember swimming in a pool in Pattaya, swimming, and thinking, what would I get if I won the lotto? And I thought, you know what? I'd won a 5110. That's the world time I've got. Okay, because that was the current model in 2004. That was the current model. And it comes true. You've got to visualize these things. Now, for Kalsowitz, I'm really interested what you... let me just put my 2 cents in, then we'll jump onto the crew. A Batman on an Oyster, an Explorer 139, 40,000 cash. Fike me dead. to get a Patek 5172. You know what? I tell you what do I think? I think you can't wear a 5172 everywhere. It's a very delicate watch. It's a precious metal watch. You've still got to have a Rolex. But if you really wanted to, I wish I had the balls and the conviction to do it, because I would actually. You look at that guy who got the world time, the Khaleesi. He did a similar thing. Sold all this shit up and got the Khaleesi, and he seems happy and content. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I don't have the balls to do it. Marco Man, tell me what you think. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely a worthy trade, but I hope he's still going to have Rolex left over to wear every
Because you
day,
can't
right?
wear a 5172 everywhere. JJ, the man, what do you think? Yes, no, maybe.
Do it. He has other watches. He has other
Okay.
watches. He's got a does he have the? They're saying he's got the CQ. He's got a couple other
Ooh,
watches.
the CQ?
Well, I'm not saying it's good, but I would trade that and keep the Batman. I'd keep that and I'd get that and keep the Batman.
Birminghard.
Dave Ramsey would say go right ahead. He's got the money. Yeah, but I mean, you do want to.
And our good
you
friend
steal,
from Sydney.
You want to steal sports.
What do you think?
Make sure you've got some steel sports to carry on with.
Yeah,
'cause
'cause
you have to live, right?
that's-
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like getting rid of 5 cars you've got, and you've got a Ferrari. You can't take a Ferrari to work every day.
Can't go
It's-
shopping.
You can't.
You know,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't go swimming. So you need steel sports, right? Just as a get by watch. And then if you've got,
Yeah.
you know, if you've
But
got
mind
these,
you,
these
for
two up your sleeve, get it.
$40,000, can I just say one thing to you, Kalsowitz? A friend of mine got a 5130P, a platinum world time. Okay, box, no papers. Okay, but it's still a platinum Patek world time, 32,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
There are some amazing buys out there for $40,000. That is a lot of money. 40,000 would get you some amazing stuff. JJ, what did you pay for your 5960, Sunshine?
Without the extra class, 46.
You can get a 5212 as well for about 40,000, right? Maybe a little more. I mean, you could trade the Explorer 1 because he would only have the CQ. Because Archie would only have the
5212.
CQ.
Do you really want to
and
get
the
a
Patek, right?
5212? 5212, that's the weekly calendar.
Yeah, that's the weekly
I
calendar.
don't think
and
that's that special, do you? I reckon a world time would be much better than that.
Well, they're both special in their own rights. I mean, the weekly
40,000,
calendar-
you could get a beautiful, I think you can get a 5396 secondhand, can't you?
Probably, yes. Because to only have a Glashuta CQ and a Patek 5172, like, listen, don't get me wrong. He's speaking very highly of the CQ. I tried it on. I wasn't that impressed by it. I'm going to be honest with you. But, you know, I mean, listen, if you think you could live with those two watches, by all means. But
I wish I had the balls to do it. I can't do it. And
To
we've
trade
already
the
spoken
Batman-
to
I feel like a
Timely.
Batman,
We spoke
a
to
Glashuta-
Timely. What do you think, Timely?
I, by no means, can afford any of these great watches, but if I was going to jump in a Patek for my first watch, I would probably get a 5196 because it's a good size.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
reasonable.
it's the quintessential classic
Yeah.
Patek Philippe sort of style, yeah? Then go for a
Tell me this,
combination
what
after,
watches do
but-
you have? What watches do you have, Timely?
Well, mine's a bit of a tale of woe at the moment. I had some nice watches and had to get rid of them for financial situation, but
What
at the
happened?
moment I've got...
What happened?
I don't want to get involved
Divorced?
in that one, but I needed the cash. I needed it quick.
Was it
We're all
women?
friends here.
The,
No one's watching.
Was it women or gambling? Just yes or no?
No, it was just cars.
What?
Cars.
What sort of cars you
Silly
into?
mistake buying cars and shit like that. But
Like what sort of cars?
I had Seamaster. I had a Black Bay.
No, what cars
I had
did
a
you
Caliber
have?
11. Oh, Beamer.
Cars. What sort of Beamer?
BMWs.
Which model?
I had the 3 Series in a what was it? It was a 2011
That's an
And it
F20
cost
or
me
an
a-
E90? E90.
E90. Cost me a bloody fortune.
You had a 320 and an E90.
Didn't. Yeah,
You know,
didn't
my
listen
par-
to
my-
the Pontiff
You know which
on
one is the
cars
good
on
one?
that one.
It's the 323i. My dad had a E90 323i. That's the straight 6.
Yeah,
For
I know.
some
I missed out
reason-
on one of them.
The 4-cylinder engine is garbage. You know that?
Yeah, it was. was
It's
horrible.
absolute fight. Just 1 minute there. I'll come back to you. Caliber 3135, $4.50. AC3. Thoughts on Jacinda Ardern? Look,
That's a New Zealand PM.
she's the New Zealand PM. She's very, very cool. She's very
hip,
much.
Arch. She's very
Yeah,
hip.
she was a
Yeah, she
DJ.
was.
Look, I tell you honestly, I think she's a very sexy woman.
Is she the
just had
New
a-
Zealand AOC, Archie? The New Zealand AOC?
Yeah, look, I got to be honest with you. I like her, right? But she's just too cool. That's the problem with a lot of these Labour leaders. That's our left wing in Australia. They're very cool. They're hip. They got the right buzzwords, but they've never run a business. They've never really understand that high taxation, high government controls is not really the answer. That's my view. I used to be a Labour person. I was a left-wing person myself. And I hate both sides now. I hate both sides, but I tend to be more right because I think excessive government controls, excessive everything, regulation and that really isn't the best answer. Tell me this, Timely. I wanted to ask you, what watches did you have? What do you have now? What do you have now, Timely?
So what I've got now, I've got a vintage Rolex 6426, so the mechanical one, no date.
6426.
Yeah, I've got it in a black dial enamel.
Where did you get that from?
I got that locally here in Sydney. I managed to pick one of them up. So it's smaller dial. It's like a 6694, but without a date. So it's a precision wind up.
Ah, yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, so I got one of them. I've got a 2020 Octavia. I'm wearing it at the moment. I got that from the wife for a present. And then I've just got a couple other bits and pieces. I've got a Aqua Racer with a 7750 Valjoux, which you guys were arguing about the other day. Who makes it?
Yeah.
With Tim, is it Edda? Yeah. So I got one of them.
What happened to the
I've got a
Beamer? Have
couple
you
other
still
little
got the
bits and
Beamer?
pieces. No, I got rid of it. It cost me too much.
How much did you get for it?
One of my favourite watches. So I managed to still get about 8 for it. So 8K Aussie.
They're worth nothing, you know that?
Yeah, they're
garbage. How many
Bad
Ks did you have on it?
121.
It's not high, not ridiculously high Ks.
And that's why I managed to get some cash back with it.
And you know the thing about Beamers is after about 100,000, they just go. Everything starts. The plastic breaking. Everything starts going down.
Plastic water pumps. Dang.
I'm serious. They do. I honestly, my Honda. I got a Honda Civic VTI L, which is the luxury one. I paid $500 more to get the luxury one. It cost me $23,650. That was in 2014. That's the luxury one, brand new. It's got 205 Ks, no head work, no gearbox work, no water pumps, no radiator thing. Can you? Because they make it out of steel. You understand? Maybe
Still
plastic
kicking on.
isn't the best.
Yeah, no.
I mean, seriously, Beamers. I think Beamers are good for about 7 years, up to 7 years old, and under 100,000. I actually fell in love. I don't know if you saw my video I made. I love the I think it's the F30. What's the model after the E90? What's that shape?
It was a E92. I think it was the next shape after it.
No, E92 was the coupe. That was the coupe E90.
Oh, okay.
No, so the model after the E90 series, I think was the F30 or F20. I can't remember, okay? But that shape there, I liked. Looking at a diesel one.
Yeah.
It was 9 years old. It was $19,000. But you know what? That's going to be trouble.
Stick to Japanese.
100%. It looks sexy, but you know what I mean? The Beamer looks sexy. You
don't
know how
stop.
sexy... Sorry?
Yeah, they don't stop. Japanese cars don't
Do you know
stop.
how sexy
I
a
get it.
Beamer looks? But I love Beamers. You know what? I've owned them. Believe you me, I've owned
Yeah,
them.
same.
When they're new, they're a rich man's car. You buy it new. When the warranty runs out, you piss it off.
Yep.
And they will run perfectly in warranty. They will run beautifully. I got to be honest with you, Jacinda Ardern, she just pisses me off because she's so cool. She's very much like Trudeau. She's a female version of Trudeau. Oh, hip, trendy. Yeah, I get the hip shit. Like her
I thought
husband,
Trudeau-
her
I thought
husband's
Trudeau
a
was a
state.
female version of Trudeau.
Her husband is a stay-at-home dad. He's raising the kid, and they're very. I don't think they're even married. Sorry, that's her partner. I got to be honest with you. I think she'd be quite a nice. Well, if you had dinner with her, I think you'd have a great time chatting stuff. But the thing about Labor people is you've always got to be embarrassed to have luxury goods. You've always got to hide your luxury goods. You say, when I was a member of the Labor Party, you can't say, I bought a BMW. You can say, oh, it's a second-hand one. You always got to downplay because people get jealous because they're communist, lazy, sons of fucking bitches. That's what they are. They're lazy sons of bitches. See, in the Liberal Party, they're all greedy sons of bitches, but at least you know that when you join up, Let me tell you this. I originally joined the Labor Party because I wanted to get a girlfriend. Okay? That's the whole point. I wasn't interested in politics. Fuck me dead. I couldn't give a shit. I wanted to get laid. I joined the Labor Party. This is the left wing, the cool, kumbaya party. And they were all bloody lesbians. They were lesbians. Yeah. And then I joined the Liberal Party. That's our right wing, conservative. And I went to this event. I didn't even understand what she said. This girl said she wasn't the best looking, but she was still pretty good looking. She asked me if I wanted to come. She wanted to go and see my home. I didn't understand what she was saying until I'd already. It was just so stupid. My first offer was at a Liberal Party event. Super chats. Bear Clooney's saying super chat, super chat,
Yeah,
super chat.
Zimei
super
Wang
chats.
is the next one.
Zimei Wang, $3. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh, where's our friend gone? He's gone. He's gone. Wait, yes,
Singing,
that.
the singing Arch.
Singing, got it.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you seriously, that's a man and his Beamer. Remember that, a man and his Beamer. His Beamer always will bite him in the ass. The Beamer will bite you in the ass. They are. The problem is, you seriously had a 2011. That's a 10-year-old car. How long do you expect it's going to last? I mean, seriously, what do you think a Beamer's going to last? What would you expect out of 10 years? It's not a Honda. It's not Japanese. They're garbage. Okay. Honestly, those German cars are garbage. They're made to
nice
last.
when they're new. They're nice when they're new. It's just
They're beautiful. They're amazing when they're... And that's the thing about Corvette. That's why I don't really want to get a Corvette. Oh, I can't afford one, but...
Yeah.
And it's the wrong market. But, I mean, in your country, I think the quality's appalling on them. Is the quality there?
It's gotten better now. It's still not like as good as
I went and had a
Japanese.
look at quite a few second-hand Corvettes, like 80s Corvettes. These are cars that have been pampered since day one. And their interior just looks garbage. Like the plastic's cheap, the vinyl's crap. You know what I mean or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's
Here we go.
disposable era, Arch. Everything is disposable now. They don't make anything to last.
No, Art, you're skipping over a bunch of super chats.
Ooh, let's go
Naysayer
back.
is the next one.
Which one's the next one? Which one's the next one?
Naysayer.
Naysayer, $5. What bargain luxury item can I buy my girlfriend, spending as little on her as possible, as per Calissus 101 rule set?
Lycus is an old radio show.
Okay, what's simple? You want to buy her... Okay, I tell you honestly, there's many cheap... You don't need to spend a lot of money to give a gift. Remember this. I'm the expert in this. Okay, let me go through a couple things. Number one, wholesale flower market. Okay, $15. Number two, I believe in giving cards. Cards cost nothing. People like that sort of romantic shit. Number three, discount pharmacy warehouse. Chemist warehouse. Cheap fragrances. Number four, can I go on? There's so many great things. A quality book. Man, I'm the expert in giving gifts that cost me $5 but look $100. Brian BK, $5. Please send thoughts and prayers for my yacht as it gets pummeled by Henry in Rhode Island. I don't know what he's talking about. What's he talking
There's a
about?
Hurricane Henry.
Oh,
Moving
I
in.
see.
It missed New York City. It breezed by us a little bit. We just got the rain.
Tanzil Azario, $5. E90 is the naturally aspirated inline six. The F30 is the turbo. Plastic water pump, plastic water pump, plastic. And you know what? The worst thing about the F30 was the engine. They had an engine called an N20. Please, guys, don't believe me. Google N20. That's the inline four-cylinder turbo engine, which is a piece of shit. They use plastic bits to keep the belts in place. Absolute shit. I just can't believe it. That inline six was one of the best inline sixes they ever made, and they stopped making it for emissions. Emissions was the problem. These bloody greenies, these dickheads. I tell you, the most environmentally unfriendly car is electric. Those batteries, man, I tell you, what are they going to do with these stupid batteries? They'll be in landfill, leaking lead acid into the environment. I mean, if you people can't see this, I don't know what the hell you can see. Doc, BBC, $2. You drive a hard bargain. I come back for small fee, negotiable. There we go. Thank you, Doc. We love the Doc. We love the Doc all the time at Pine Barren. $5. Porsches seem to hold up well. They are much better built than BMW. Unfortunately, I tend to agree with you. Unfortunately, the Boxster. What about the IMS intermediate? IMS bearing failure.
But that's the cheapest model. You gotta give a
no,
little.
No.
The Boxster is not.
IMS problem was also in the 911s. That was across the range.
Didn't they fix that?
You can fix it by putting certain bits in it, but I'm just bringing it up because I just feel like it. They never really fixed it. They can't really fix a design flaw. They can deal with it.
Workaround, right? A workaround, they call that?
Yeah, but basically you look for shavings in your sump. I mean, by then it's too late. Your engine's already started to self-destruct and disintegrate. Tanzeel, $10. Birmingham, in your local small-town bar, what's the best American muscle car should a man get to wheel the finest broads if you're sporting an Austin Daniels mullet? I really love the Camaro. The orange Camaro is what I would want.
Yeah, an old Thunderbird, like an old T-top or something.
No, a new one. I reckon the new Camaro. You know, the new one. The old ones are so dear.
But I feel like when you get a mullet, you're in a truck though.
Right.
I feel like, or like an older classic car, not.
I would get a Mustang.
Yeah, I swear everyone now like the new cars all like Teslas. Like Teslas seem to be the popular thing now.
Tesla?
The tech industry. Yeah, there's a lot of them around here. Seattle.
Yeah, but you're not really in a small town. You're not really in a local small town. You know.
I live in a small town, and more and more people are like.
His local tavern has quiche night, had and baked quiche. You know, these aren't middle. This is not.
Yeah, it's not like Middle America small town.
It's not. No, this is very upper mobile. You know, upper middle small town.
I did like Austin Daniels' mustache when he was rocking it for a while, though.
What's happened to Austin Daniels? I haven't seen him around for a while. What's he doing? He just living the dream. Still doing
videos. I think the last one I saw, he was comparing that an Iconaut to a Breitling.
Oh my God, that's
that Iconaut.
You talk about ratings poison with this. I mean, Iconaut or a Breitling, man, that's gonna rate well, don't you think?
He just got his Iconaut back, I believe, from service.
Yeah, he just got it back from service.
The Pine Barren, $5. The IMS bearing was a one and done problem. Arch, order a new 911 from the Porsche Centre, Brisbane. Life is a one-lap race. What are you waiting for? I got to tell you, do you have any idea how much a 911 is in Australia? It's $280,000. For the base model, $280,000. $280,000? Even if I sold all my watches, I couldn't afford that.
At what point, though, is a luxury car
if I
just not
did
worth
sell
it?
the Birkins, if I did sell the Birkins and the watches, I could possibly get into one.
Not worth it. I mean, sell the Birkins, but put it back into watches.
I don't know what to say, really. You know, I got to be honest with you. I I was dreaming about this the other day. I think if I was going to buy a car like that money, I'd buy an LC 500 Lexus. That's the coupe Lexus. Very space age looking, very modernist.
I just don't see that fitting your style, Arch. I don't know.
I'm not really cool. Nothing would fit my style.
It's like a young kid's car. Maybe not.
Kids'
it's
car.
too expensive.
$200,000 new.
Well, it looks like it should be for a kid.
Well, it's going to become a Hoon's car later on. You can see when they're cheap. That's when I can afford it. Doc BBC $2. I thought I was next to be next superstar like this. Doc, you are you're an Emirates superstar. Emeritus, that's what they call it. Emeritus. You are a superstar, Doc.
Yeah, you need a nice Mercedes, Arch, like a big S500, a big dog. You know what I mean?
Do you know how bad they are when they're old?
Well, don't keep them when they're old. That's why I give them back after.
Do you think I can afford it? Do you have any idea how expensive cars are in Australia? My dad's C200, they're like 75 grand new. 75. You got to be crazy for a plastic car.
Are vehicle maintenance costs really high there also, or do people just hold on to their cars
they do
for a
it
long
for
time
free.
'cause
They do it for free because they like cars and they want to learn a few things. The dealer's your friend. You go to a Mercedes dealer, they cook you lunch. Did you know that? They got cafes there where they can come in and just have a chat. And the hourly rate is $295 an hour. Yeah. Certain attorneys are cheaper than Mercedes-Benz service prices. Okay? A mid-level accountant or a lawyer is cheaper than the official rate. And you got some pimply 15-year-old worker putting oil in. He's not quite sure. That's what it is, my friend. Tanzil, $5. Archie, pronouncing the following Italian car brands in your finest Brooklyn Bomano crime family. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo. That's what they say, Alfa Romeo. And
how close was he, JJ?
Maserati.
Pretty bad. Pretty off.
Can you do it, JJ? Let's you have a go, JJ.
Lamborghini, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and Maserati.
It's Maserati. I used to love the 3200s that they had in the same model that Johnny Sachs had. I thought that was a sexy car.
Did he have the Quattroporte? I don't remember what he had.
No. He had the two-door coupe. Remember?
Oh yeah, the one Chris bought it, right? Didn't Chris buy it?
Yeah, Chris bought it. Then it got repoed.
Right, and it got repoed. Yeah.
He paid. Paid $25,000 for it. You see that? He paid $100. Right. Johnny Sachs paid $100 for it.
It's funny. One of my friends messaged me the other day with a Cartier Pasha from like 2000, a gold one.
Yes.
It looked like with the with the tic-tac-toe bezel. And he goes, I bought this watch. Someone told me it was Christopher Moltisanti's because I think he had it in the show. Do you remember that? I said, this is the worst watch of all time.
I don't mind that Pasha. No, they're quite expensive still. They're not cheap. No Cartier is cheap.
It looked like a scuba, not a scuba diver. But
I know exactly
because
I know exactly. I used to like it. They're very 90s. It's very 90s.
I used to like it back then, but not anymore. Now
I
it's
don't know
like
if you. With the Pasha, they also had a golf version. Did you know that? So you could keep score on the golf course. I don't know if you know that. I don't think you could wear it and hit the club, of course, because that would fuck it up. Juco Ted, $5. Archie, I thought you were the everyday millionaire. And what? Being an everyday millionaire means you can buy luxury cars? I don't think so. Birminghard's a millionaire, aren't you, Birminghard?
No, don't start that rumor. I did read years and years ago. There's this book called The Millionaire Next Door.
Yes, and, I read that. Oh, yeah. Stanley wrote it. That was a fantastic book.
Bookshelf behind me. Yeah, but he was saying that like the vast majority of the everyday millionaires, most of them don't buy their cars new. They're buying their cars a few years old because of the depreciation and
they buy Japanese. They buy nice, reliable cars that actually work. The Beamers and that they're normally. Look, I got to be honest with you. those things are things that make you poor. A Mercedes-Benz does not make you rich. It makes you look rich, but it doesn't actually make you rich. Fruit. I mean, I don't like these. You know, fire. Are you a fire? Are you into fire, Birmingham?
Not particularly.
Financially
no.
independent, retire early. JJ, you'll live in the fire dream, but except JJ,
Correct.
you should be having a Camry, and you should be. You know, I think you got to have some fun. You got to eventually start spending money, don't you?
Yeah,
think?
my whole thing is like I don't think my life expectancy is going to be like 90 or something like that. So I'm using my, you know what I mean. I'm starting to use my money now in my 40s.
Well, that's what I said to my. Hey, you're tired. Look at Marco's tired. He's got many years left, haven't you? And you're wasting it on the stream, Marco.
All right, too much car talk here, making my eyes heavy.
Yes.
I'm
GB $2. Get a Toyota Prado. Actually, they are. You know what? I hate SUVs. They're such a bitch to park. I mean, the Prado's a great vehicle. My brother's actually got one. Expensive. They're like 80,000 here.
That's like the Lexus GX 460, right?
No, the Prado. No. It's like your Fortuner.
What do you mean?
We have the Fortuner as well. The Prado is a diesel. Diesel. It's a diesel. It's like a baby
on
Land Cruiser.
It's a
It's not Land
Forerunner.
Cruiser.
It's
a
a
Land
Land Cruiser, right? Toyota Land Cruiser. Yeah, but the Lexus model is the GX 460. It's like the Land Cruiser in a tuxedo.
Yeah, exactly. But the Prado is not expensive. It's actually the cheaper. It's a baby Land Cruiser. Okay, it's a
I
different.
gotcha.
It's a baby. It is a Land Cruiser, but it's not actually like those Land Cruisers. I had one as a work vehicle. They're a bitch to drive. You know, I had the turbo diesel non-turbo, absolute bitch. Diz Jerez, Diz 6 shekels. You gotta love Austin Daniels' mullet. Yes, Austin Daniels has got a lot going for him.
You're not sleeping?
No, he
Okay,
should be
yeah.
sleeping. Man. That's why I said, man, you know, if you guys are tired, you can
Might as well
always
have
jump
him on.
off the Pine Barren, $5. No, because then he won't be able to sleep. He's got to wind down. Just fall to sleep. I don't want to push him because he's got to work tomorrow. Arch, last car question. Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. That seems like a hell of a bargain with the Ferrari engine. I got to be honest with you. I love Alfa Romeo until I owned one. They're a bitch. They're not a good car. Okay, don't get one. Buy the BMW. They also, those Ferrari engine cars, they're Ferrari designed because Ferrari does a bit of work. They're owned by the same group. They're owned by the Fiat group. Ferrari designs the engines for Maserati. They do a lot of shit internally there. Seriously, I loved Alfa Romeo. I love the brand. Just garbage. Absolute garbage. Garbage.
Did you see the Toyota Supras, the new ones? They have they're built by BMW.
They're a
Right.
BMW. That's so. I don't know what to say. Toyota Mo, $2. Arch, you look more like of an LS type of guy. There we go. You look more like an LS. LS is the limousine type guy. I'm gonna buy a really old one. I remember the first series LS that came out, the LS 400. I used to like those. I thought they were a beautiful car. Sauce Art, €2. All cars are plastic these days. He's not wrong there. They're garbage. They're absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. They're just garbage. Now, where's this one here? We've got another super chat's come in. Tanzeal, $5. Arch, I got a link for you. OnlyFans describing that becoming a member gets exclusive videos of you exploding, but it was not what I thought it would be. Thank you. Fans only, yes. And we've got Helmet 56, $5. Thank you so much there, Helmet. And Sauce Art, £2. Dave Ramsey is great, Arch. Baby step 2, the top. So baby step 1 is the emergency fund. What's baby step 2?
You pay off all your debts.
Debt snowball. You pay the smallest to the biggest, don't you? Then isn't that what you do in Dave Ramsey's baby steps?
Yep.
Yeah, that or you could pay the highest interest first. But he prefers the snowball method because people he knows are lazy. So
Yeah, it's
that
just
motivates them.
mathematically, it's not the best, but having the small wins motivates people to stick with it longer.
Exactly. I got to tell you,
his theory.
I don't think Dave Ramsey approves of me using 87,000 of credit card debt to build my everyday millionaire status. I needed stock for my channel. I needed to have watches and luxury goods. He doesn't understand that. You understand? Dave Ramsey is one size fits all. I think you got to be you got to work out life yourself. Helmet 56, $5. Marco, wake up and tell me. Moses Streamliner chronograph, funky blue dial, or the black dial limited edition?
Definitely blue dial, no question. I can pull these up.
Yep.
The color. The only black dial I kind of like is that Vanta Black, and I don't even like that much.
Yeah, no. Not when you have such a nice blue dial with this one. This is gorgeous.
It looks very modern, but you know what I mean? For Moses.
Actually, it looks very retro, if I'm being honest with you. Like this scallop bracelet, I'm pretty sure it was Omega made this.
It's almost like it's like the IWC Porsche design shit. Remember the Porsche? You guys wouldn't remember that.
No.
You're right.
You ever
is
seen
retro.
the movement on this?
70s.
Look at the movement.
Sporty retro.
Sporty retro.
They're usually more dressy modern, right?
Yeah, the movement on this
you're
is
right.
really nice.
That is actually.
They make
Are these
this in green now,
expensive? How
too.
much are they?
It's not that bad, to be fair. It's here. Let's pull it up.
It's like 50 US, though, something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
50.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
That's not
That's the
chump
price.
change.
It's a chronograph, Arch.
They make a new one in green now, too.
A Breguet Type 20 is a chronograph.
Here you go, 58,000 Canadian.
Oh, it's a chronograph. Where's the is no registers?
It's a flyback chronograph. No, there's no registers. And the second hand, there's two hands. One is
Amiga did that. It's called a chrono stop. Remember the chrono stop?
Yes.
That's not worth $50,000.
Why not? Did you see the movement? Look at the movement, Arch.
Yeah, so what?
Well, the movement.
$50,000?
Look at the finishing on the case and the bracelet. Like the transitional bevels in between each.
What's it made of?
Steel.
50,000?
Well, this is the price of watches, Arch. What do you like?
Well, what's a Breguet Type 20 then? Is that chopped liver?
Well, it's not as good as this, Arch. It's not as good as this.
50,000? Good?
It's pretty good. I think it's worth it.
$50,000.
I mean, Arch, what high horology chronograph are you going to find on a bracelet?
Tanzil, $10. I like that AP we were looking at the other day. You know, the Jules Audemars chronograph.
But that's not on a bracelet.
I don't even like it on the bracelet. Archie, I invented the quick wristwatch check on TikTok. Given that I was first, does that mean I have superiority over all other TikTok watch gurus? Help keep me full-time on TikTok. Tanzil, $10. Thank you, Tan. Pine Baron, $5. Arch, I haven't bothered to look, but how is Timepiece Gentleman doing these days? Are they still making videos selling watches? Is everything back to normal? Apparently he got COVID. They are selling the Audi for $160,000. It's a V10. The Audi R8 V10. How's he going? I got to be honest with you. I think those guys who used to do videos with him, they don't say anything publicly because they're all Nancy, mamby-pamby sort of guys, but they're angry and they're pissed off. But they don't say that on air because they're all PC. We're also PC. You know? Don't you agree, guys? What do you think?
No
They're
comment.
all PC.
I'm not,
PC. Mamby-pamby. They're all mamby-pamby.
Gotta play the corporate game, Arch. You know, the corporate game.
They're in the same business.
Yeah, but I mean that's not my shtick, is it? To play along corporate
but
game.
you're not
No,
a deal.
you try to like demolish your competitors. They're trying to just slowly steal market share from them.
But they were going into the media space. They were going to have their own Netflix show. What's happened to that? I think we've got to call them out on this shit. Some of their dreams were a little bit on the ridiculous side.
Probably.
And their marketing genius was stupid. Their marketing genius, the only thing that I can honestly tell you, their marketing genius was about as genius as Biden pulling out of Afghanistan. What do you think? Embarrassment.
Yeah, but for two different. Yeah, not really the same thing. I wonder how much of their views are just bought. I mean, their views and subscriptions. I mean, it seems like a big hype show. I mean, I don't watch, so
No. You're only watching for the articles.
I do watch Roman's show. I don't watch his show though.
I find his show boring, to be honest with you. I mean, it's always the same shit, you know?
I don't know.
They're
I mean,
all
he'll have
boring.
different pieces on though that I feel like I'll learn something if I'm watching Roman.
And that guy who works for Roman, he looks a bit... I don't like him. I just can't warm to him, you know?
Who, Adrian?
Adrian?
Yeah, he's a bit...
Oh, I like Adrian. I think he's great. He's just quiet. That's all.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he's not. I think he's great. Why don't you like him? What don't you like about him, Mark?
Oh, I just find him just very... He thinks his shit doesn't stink. He's up himself.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty knowledgeable though.
I think he's all right, Arch. I think he's don't be too hard on the key.
Roman breaks his balls a lot. He kind of takes it like a good sport. I've never seen him get like upset.
I like the old guy on Roman. You know, the old guy in the
That's his
warehouse.
father. That's Adrian's father. He's great.
Yeah.
The bald headed guy. Yeah, he's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
I said that.
cool.
I forgot who was asking. I said he's one of my favorite guys. I would love to talk to that guy.
Yeah. It's look. It is what it is. Barbsby, $2. TPG are flippers, not watch people. Well, they're in the business. They're all flippers to an extent.
Exactly.
I think what they need to do is get rid of their stupid overheads, get rid of those stupid cars, get a couple of Camrys, and get back onto getting some business through the door before they go broke.
Yeah, but at least when Marco goes over to the dark side, it's like at least it started from a good point where he was really passionate about watches. I don't know that they.
I'll still be passionate about watches, just be for different reasons.
Oh man, could you imagine like a year from now, Marco pulls up in a Lamborghini, all douchey with sunglasses on? Like, hey,
Yeah,
man.
but can I tell you this?
Slap me in the back of the head, JJ. Fuck. With one of those Louis Vuitton bags on my the backpacks, you know, that they show up at watch shows with.
Marco's gonna be wearing a Jacob and Co.
The Supreme collaboration with Yeezys that I bought from Roman's son.
Bear's got a good point there. Roman is in love with himself.
To a certain extent, all people are certainly in love with themselves.
Wait, you need a bit of self-confidence. You need self-confidence. If you're not going to believe in yourself, no one is going to believe in you.
Right.
You know.
We're all narcissistic to some extent, Arch, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Apologies.
totally. I got to tell you, that Beamer you had, man. What are you going to buy next after the Beamer?
Oh, I ended up just getting a Mazda 3 because I know it won't break down.
You know what a good car
Yeah,
is?
just
Was an
keep on chugging
Lexus
along.
IS 250. A Lexus,
Yeah,
the
that's what
six-cylinder
I've been
one.
looking for the next. Yeah.
Because they're kind of
Yeah.
they're luxury, but they work. And I
Well, they're
think the problem
Japanese
is,
and they've got everything on it.
how much did you pay originally for the Beamer?
Oh, I almost got my money back on it. I paid about 9-ish.
See, I think what you got
But
to
at
do
the
is, man, you
time,
got
I
to put
needed
a
to
bit
get
more
the money
money in
quick.
it. You got to put a bit more money. You can't just buy these cars. Let me explain to you luxury cars. Luxury cars are like a tube of toothpaste. When you're
Yep.
paying $9,000 for an $80,000 car retail, you got a little bit left. It's not going to be a brand new tube of toothpaste. Do you understand that? And I think your expectations are ridiculous. Okay? So what the answer is, you've got to be more realistic and stump up some more money. If you bought a new Beamer, they'd be quite reliable for 5 years. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably.
The
I think I
problem
just
is they're bloody $80,000. But I went to Beamer a couple of weeks ago. What do you think of that stupid 2 Series? They're front wheel drive.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a car, you get rear wheel. 100%.
No, but if you're gonna, the whole point of buying a Beamer.
Sports, luxury, rear wheel drive. Enjoy it.
Brian BK, $5 for the Marco Lambo douchebag fund. There we go, Brian BK. And what time is it? $5. The time is in my country. It's 10:25.
Yep.
A.M. It's only morning time.
East Coast.
East Coast.
So Archie, my GMT is set to local Brisbane time. I'm not even kidding it. Can you see?
Oh man, that's so cool. That's so cool, man.
It's covered by the minute hand, but yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you've made everyone jealous.
Tanzeel, $10 Canadian. Archie, the world is moving towards 13 to 17-year-olds TikTok vids. Please explain business decisions you've made, taking advice from Artem to do 30-minute videos. You walking down the street in Kuala Lumpur speaking pidgin. Yes, I did those before. They never really worked that well, but they were okay. They were innovative and they were okay at the time. Instagram, New England watch collectors, $5. On TPG's latest episode, about 10 minutes in, he hyped a Rolex GMT two-tone 116613 with a green dial as authentic watch he could source. Isn't that not original? He's talking two-tone. See, they had the green dial.
You're talking about the solid gold. You're talking about the solid gold.
They did the solid gold, yeah.
Black bezel green, yeah.
The green dial, I think it might be a green dial in a two-tone, which would be wrong, I believe. I don't want to put my neck out there without knowing the facts, but it seems to be. So, Mr. Warehouse Man, what are you buying next then? What does your wife do?
She's a manager in a hospital.
And you guys, you got kids?
Yeah, I got a couple of kids.
How are they
Boy and a
going?
girl. Yeah, they're not too bad. Everyone's locked up, So homeschooling.
I want to ask you this. You're from Sydney, so you're a good working
Correct.
family. Good working class family, lower middle class family.
Yep.
How expensive is a house in Sydney?
It costs a fortune. Depending on where you want to live, what part of Sydney as well. But even in some of the areas where you'd sort of think twice, it's gone up like crazy over the past, 6-7 years. It's the most expensive it's ever been.
$1 million.
Yeah,
you own your own home?
Yeah, we're in our own place.
Townhouse, standard house. What is your house?
No, just standard house.
Standard house.
Standard house.
And it's
Sydney's ridiculous.
Yeah. How long did it take you to save your deposit?
A very long time. Can't remember now off the top of my head, but it took a while. What's it like in Brisbane?
Any
or
tips
Brisbane,
to any tips to save? Can you give us some tips? What
Enjoy
did you
the
do?
taste of Maggi noodles.
Did you really do that or not?
No. Just manage your money well. Make sure there's more coming in than there is going out. I put in a separate account so I could get all my money in there and direct debit bills from there. Put some away for savings and just manage it. Do what you can do to ensure you come out on top.
How much did your house cost if it's not too personal?
Oh, it was a while, going back a while now, but about $850.
$850?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. It's way over $1 million now, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what the value would be.
And this is an average working class house, guys. This is not.
Yeah.
It's not Mount Druitt. It's not Mount Druitt, but it's still not. It's not eastern suburbs, is it?
No, definitely not. Just somewhere.
And how much
Western
deposit
Sydney,
did you put in when you bought an $850 house? How much deposit did you put in?
20%.
Fuck. 20%.
You won't be able to do it without 20%. At the time when I was, we were going in, they don't let you They wouldn't loan you any money or do anything unless you had about 20%. They were very strict. There was a time where they were very loose with the money, and
yeah, that's when I got in. I got in when they were loose, right? Because I used my Visa card and my MasterCard to form my deposit. Okay.
So yeah. And then when I was ready to jump in the market, yeah, everything tightened up.
And then what I did is I refinanced the car to pay the Master and the Visa back after the home loan had been improved.
Yeah. So, in regards to watches, you were saying before, what's your next purchase? My next purchase, which I'm saving up, but I also buy watches to sell them to make money to get the ones I want. So for me, for my 40th, would be pretty much the reverse you have. 36, almost 37.
Wow. So you want to get a Reverso?
Yeah, Reverso Grande, either the date or the small seconds or whatever.
They haven't gone anywhere in value. You know that, considering, okay, I paid $6.5 for it, right? Which you think, oh, wow, you done okay, Arch. But hang on a minute. At the time, I could have got a two-tone sub bluesy. You know what? The two-tone sub is worth a fair bit more than this today.
On some of the marketplaces, Facebook, etc., I've seen one similar going between 6 and 8.
What's that for?
Aussie.
For what?
For a Reverso. Second hand, though.
What
Reverso.
model?
Oh, I don't know the reference, but it was an 80-hour Power Reserve, the big one, like yours. But I don't know if it was exactly your model. But it was the larger size in the 80-hour Power Reserve. But they come up
I got to
every now and then.
I don't know if they're that cheap. I would have said about 10,
no,
but
really. I've seen a few.
No, I know.
The
JLC can be doggy.
Come up as 14 or 15K. So remember that moon phase that you were selling once upon a time?
I sold that for 10,000.
The sun moon?
Can you believe that?
I've seen that come up for 13, 14, 15.
Yeah,
Aussie.
they've gone up a bit.
Yeah.
That's a bargain. I think that's bargain buying. Beautiful.
For me, Reverso.
Tan Zeal, $10. I created the AC3 AD challenge on TikTok where you walk into an AD, ask for every booklet in the place, drink all their sparkling water, then leave without buying anything and complain on YouTube. Thank you, Tan Zeal there. I got to tell you, how do you make money flipping? Tell me this. In Aussie, how do you flip? Tell me how you flip for $1. How do you make money flipping stuff? I want to hear this.
I'll have a look on different marketplaces, whether it be eBay or it's Gumtree and so forth, which for the guys overseas like another eBay, but it's an Aussie one. Facebook as well, and I just look for.
So how do you work out whether you can do this? Like, how do you know if
I've done this for about 3 years now, so I look at watches that I know of, right? So vintagey watches, whether they be Omega or Tudor or something like that. I know roughly the value of them going at the moment. I look at the condition of the watch. I'm pretty good now with movements in regards to knowing what sort of movement belongs to what, if I've seen them or had them before. And then understanding when I have the watch in my hand and play with it a bit, I understand roughly if there's any damage or what it'll take to get it repaired or serviced.
What are you wearing at the moment there? That looks nice. What's
the 2020 Octavia.
Oh, the Octavia. It looks beautiful. It looks nice on your wrist. Like a nice big crown, no crown guard.
No crown guard.
It looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous.
Insert for the bezel. Yeah.
So tell me
that was my wedding anniversary watch.
Oh, your wife got it for you.
Yeah, didn't know I was getting it.
You're not going to sell it, but are you?
No. This one I'll keep. Same with the Aqua Racer. She got me that for.
So how much would you pay now if you're trying to buy one? Right? It's like say a Speedmaster, Man on the Moon, like the big box, not the latest one. The older, the 1861 movement. How much do you try and buy those for?
I don't deal with it that high. I stick around between 1,000 and 2,000. So I'm dealing more with vintage Constellations. No.
Yes.
I stick more with the major brands. Oris I can't move for some reason, but I stick more with Tudor, vintage Tudor, any old oyster cases, Omegas, whether they be Seamasters, Constellations, and so forth. Like with the old 1011 high beat movements and stuff like that, like in a C shape, for example. But I tend to find them for a good price, get them serviced, get them running, get them in good condition, you strap and make some money on.
So this is sort of like a side hustle for you.
Yeah, and that's the only way I can really afford to buy watches, to be honest.
Yeah. No. Hey, that's what. Why do you think I got into secondhand shit? Is because I could never afford this shit new. I mean, I had a tribe of kids, a monster mortgage. What the hell could I do? Admittedly, the mortgage is.
Where we are at the moment.
Everybody thinks I'm super rich. My house is worth $600,000. Do you think that would get me a lot of home in Sydney?
No.
What would 600,000 get me in Sydney?
600,000. 3-bedroom on the outskirts, not in Sydney, but
Mount Druitt.
Out there. No.
Mount Druitt.
Even around there, it's gone up. It's around 800-ish thousand.
Super chat deluxe from one of my favorite, my favorite lady, ER, $100. What are your thoughts on Breitling Arch Crew? Too late. Don't say anything nasty. I already purchased one for a gift for someone, a Super Ocean. Not too badly priced, under 5,000. Thoughts? Let me just tell you my thoughts on this. I really love Breitling. The Super Ocean and the Super Ocean Heritage, I think they are amazing bang per buck. I would seriously consider a Tudor. I think Tudor, you've got to consider Tudor when you're looking at those type of watches. But I think a Super Ocean, I actually really like the Breitling Super Ocean. I honestly love, they got the Super Ocean, that's the modern one. And they've got the Super Ocean Heritage, which is the vintage retro one. I actually like both. I've owned both. I prefer the retro one. Marco the man, tell me what you think for our very dear ER.
Yeah, I'm with you, Arch. No question about it. Breitling Super Ocean is a great watch. Under 5,000. Listen, could I say that you maybe could have gotten a better deal? Maybe, but Australian market is a bit restrictive, right?
Yeah,
it's
very
problem.
tough.
So,
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So I mean, listen, I think Super Ocean Heritage, no question, it's a great watch. And Breitling, Arch, even Nico says Breitling is one brand. If he recommends anything that is going to rise in value, he says Breitling is the one to get.
What about the non-heritage? So maybe she didn't get the heritage. You know, I've actually owned it. The non-heritage. That's the what's it? Steel fish. The steel fish. You know the Breitling. The non-heritage ones, which is the more modern. I actually like them. They got some funky. They got orange, the inserts. They got some really funky sort of stuff there. JJ, give me opinion on Breitling for ER.
Breitling's coming up. They're making some really nice new watches. I like it a lot. I think it was a good purchase.
I think the Super Ocean's a great family. The Premier, I also like. They're kind of very retro and nice. The Navitimer is classic. Unfortunately, they're putting Navitimer on everything. They're a bit like Tudor putting Black Bay on everything to sell it, which I don't understand why they put Navitimer on things that don't even look like a Navitimer. I hate the Colt. I hate their cheapies. The one you got, JJ, I hate it, man. Hate it. But the Super Ocean, I think, is a good range. Birmingham, Captain America, what do you think? Quick.
Yeah, I was just trying some on at a boutique a couple weeks ago. Specifically, I was looking at the Avenger.
They're solid.
GMTs.
They're solid.
Yeah, I didn't think it was worse than my Tudor or even my Seamaster.
And our friend from Sydney, what do you think? Breitling. Give me you can say anything. I don't care.
I like the Super Ocean. Try and get the in-house more than the ETA. Just it holds value better, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
you get a bit more out of them.
I got to tell you, I don't hate the ETA. I think the ETAs.
Neither do I.
They're going to be cheap. They're cheap. Bang per buck. Bang per buck, man. They are. Seriously, if I was really looking for a watch that presents so much more than what it is, I reckon Breitling is one of the... Like, Rolex is not value. You got to spend $10,000 for a Rolex. It's shit value. But Breitling, it actually is a real watch. Like, it's a substance. There's substance there. Okay, I'm going to move straight on. Tanzil.
Very nice gift. Very kind of you.
She's a very nice lady. Tanzil, $5. Marco pulled up the following Google search. Barnes & Noble, luxury to last. The 10 greatest watches by Paul Pluta. Is this list accurate?
Yeah, Arch, I got to tell you, man, Listen, I've seen this list before.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I agree
old.
with many watches. Yeah, it's old by
Yeah,
today.
it's old. It's old. It's old.
You want to pull it up?
No, I want to forget those phases. You know this.
Well, Arch, it's a great. Listen, you made this 10 years ago, right, or 8 years ago? You did a video.
Or even
on
longer,
this,
longer.
Right, but you did a video on this. I remember. So like, listen, in no particular order, right? I would say a Patek World Time has got to be in there. I think.
Actually, I didn't have the World Time. I had the Calatrava, which you
Yeah,
could say fair enough.
I would put the Patek World Time over the Calatrava. I think you nailed it with the Royal Oak. You got to put the Royal Oak.
Yeah.
The first luxury steel sport. You put the Datejust. Personally, I would put the GMT or the Daytona. I would put the
sub. The sub.
Yeah, the sub. But you put the sub as well, and I would include it in the list also.
I think you'd have to put a Nautilus in now, wouldn't you?
Maybe. I think the Speedmaster, no question, that's got to be in there.
I had the Cartier tank.
Yeah, you put a lot of Cartiers, like the tank, the Santos. I mean, you can make an argument for the Santos. It was the first men's wristwatch, but I think that's got to go.
It's a bit.
Yeah, I think that's got to go. Same with the
had
tank.
The Reverso there. The Reverso was there.
Yeah, I mean, iconic. It's very iconic, to be fair. I mean, it's all subjective, so I think it could make the list. It certainly should. And then the Longo one, I would put the Datograph Arch over the Longo one because that's the first in-house serially produced manual wind chronograph.
Yeah, I still think the Lange one was.
The Longo one is also, but again, it's personal preference, right?
ER's just sent you a pic. See if we can pull this up, Marco. Would love to see ER's Breitling that she bought, Super Ocean. So I'm interested to know, is it
it's not a Super Ocean Heritage?
No, it's a Super Ocean. It's a standard. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because I've owned that as well, and I quite like it. It's a very, just bring it up.
I won't pull up her
the one that you had a couple years back.
Watch itself.
Look, she got the blue one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Shit. You know what? I love
black, though. I'm not sure.
I love the 6, 9, and 12. Man, that looks beautiful. What do you think? I mean,
yeah, it's nice.
Let's be honest. For $5,000,
she got
you
the
get
black.
nothing.
Sorry, she got the black.
She got the black. Get the black one. Get the black one.
I mean,
can you go wrong with
much
that?
Better, to be honest with you. There's
for $5,000. It's not a lot of money.
Right. There's the Seamaster.
Seamaster and Tudor.
And Tudor. Yeah, for that money.
You know,
Breitling certainly deserves to be in the conversation, no question.
I think Tudor pisses me off. I got to be totally honest with you.
They've been pissing me off too. And I'm a huge fan.
Guys. Tan wants the list pulled up. Can we pull that
up?
We'll pull it up. We'll just quickly, brown nose a bit here, then we'll pull it up. Okay. Yeah, we will get that up. No worries.
But Arch, you don't think this is a good watch for a younger person starting out who may beat up a watch and needs something?
No, I think this is a great watch. Also, if you want to save money, she's got the one on the bracelet. You can also get that on a rubber strap.
Yes.
And I think it actually is considerably cheaper. Like you can get it on the rubber.
But I don't love the rubber because they put
it's such
over.
Yeah, no. I know that, but it's still it's a decent watch at low bang per buck.
Oh yeah, this is great.
The bang per buck is amazing. So it's a low price. I mean, what
she
else?
Said it's for her nephew's 30th birthday, so he's still.
I think. Man, I tell you what, someone gave me a $5,000 watch, I'd bloody be over the moon, wouldn't you?
I got $50. I got $50 in the card, Arch, for my house.
Yeah, you want to be ER's nephew, don't you?
I got to be honest with you. It's a beautiful. We're talking 5,000 Australian. This is about 3.8 US. Okay, so guys, this is not a lot of money in the American sense at all. I think it's a beautiful watch. It's a serious watch. This is a luxury watch. Agreed or disagreed?
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
What's the movement in this? Any idea?
I think it's an ETA. I think
so too, right? Breitling caliber 17.
Because you know how you can tell if it's
two
in-house or
four.
not?
I'll tell you. Yeah, it's an ETA 2824.
Yeah.
Which is great. Workhorse movement.
Look, with the
Same
reference
in this
numbers,
one, yeah.
if it's AB, it's in-house. If it's A and then the number, it's not in-house. That's how you can tell. But I mean, they classify Tudor movement as in-house. That's not really their in-house. It's some, it's kind of bullshit how they say these things. Okay, let's get the list up for Tan. The Zeal is getting angry. The Zeal is getting angry, and we got to give him his money's worth because, we just got to get the bucks. The bucks, it's got to get the bucks in. We want the bucks in.
You just super chatted again. He's adamant. He wants to see it.
It's embarrassing. I feel.
That's it? Oh, the ebook.
It is the ebook. I feel really embarrassed. Do you understand, Tan? It just embarrasses me. Tan Zeal, $5. Can we pursue the ArchieLuxury shop on Rebubble? Pull that up. The list of shitters he wrote in 2009. Here we go. Let's have a look.
It's not that bad, to be fair. Listen. There's some of these that don't belong. I'm gonna be honest. Like the Navitimer. By today's standards,
the Navitimer.
By today's standards, it doesn't belong, right? Like you would choose a Daytona over a Navitimer. Let's be honest. But at the time, Navitimer was more historic, and to me, it still is, right? It's just overlooked by most collectors.
And the Santos, you'd never put the Santos in. Seriously.
Yeah, but it's the first men's wristwatch.
These are the 10 greatest of all time, though. So it's not just
Whoa, greatest watches of all time. Hold on, Archie. Okay, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, I didn't read that.
Gee, yeah, Superman, $20. I think that Archie list still stands today.
Yes, it's definitely.
I'd love to have all of that in my collection. These are iconic. And Bear has just gotten really angry with me. He said the Santos is amazing. And Bear has got the gold Santos.
Yeah, he sent me a picture wearing it the other day. It looks great.
I got to tell you, I don't know, with Cartier, they have things called the Love Jewelry Collection. And what it is, it's the little screws, they're not really screws. They're carved into the gold like a screw head.
Yeah.
That's just classic Cartier. That's what the Santos is. It's very iconic. Would you buy a Cartier? Tell me this, Marco. Would you get a Cartier?
Yeah, there's a couple I like. I like the Drive, which Bear hates. I like the Santos. Yeah. I like also, instead of the Tank for men, I would get the Tank American, which is
the American is beautiful. That's so expensive. Get the American. That is so dear, but
the one that I really like though was, I think it's Optic Watches has a manual wind white gold tank. And it has a Frederic Piguet movement. It's gorgeous, guys. If you have a second, go watch that on Optic Watch Reviews channel. That's a really nice one.
And I don't know if you guys remember, I had a ladies' tank I bought.
What's another one? The other one I'm not so fond of, honestly.
It had an AP movement in it, believe it or not.
Really?
At one stage, they used Audemars Piguet movements. But I got to say, there's classics there. The Calatrava, yes. The Sub, yes. The Speedy, yes. The Reverso, the Royal Oak, and the Lange. So that's six still. Here we go. Tan Zeal, $5. Archie, I'm considering commissioning Artem to ghostwrite Luxury to Last. The New Testament for an updated 2021 version with a true Ukrainian spin. You've got to love him. Don't you love the Tan? The Zeal is in the house. He's got a Lamborghini.
That's something I got to pull up. Apparently, people want me to pull this. The people want this.
Oh,
Arch, would you think this would be better suited as the 10 most iconic watches instead of?
Yes, it's not the greatest watch. Iconic, I think.
I mean, hey, I was a bit, I was writing this at work, trying to look busy.
This is a perfect Lamborghini does part two.
Sorry, what's that?
I said, what Lamborghini does 10-0 have?
You missed Super Chat. You missed Pine Barren Super Chat, by the way.
Sorry. What Lamborghini does he have?
Yeah.
Which one did I miss? Pine Barren Super Chat. Here we go. Pine Barren, $5. At the end of the day, is Richard Mille just a complicated Frank Muller ripoff?
Well, he's admitted to ripping off Frank Muller's design. Like he's admitted this himself.
Mind you, look, I got to be honest with you. I think Richard Mille. I'll be honest with you. I've seen it. Have you ever? I don't know if you've been to a Richard Mille store, but they've got them in Singapore, right? They're super snooty. Like you walk in with a Patek, and they treat you like shit. They're you know what I mean? It's like a Rolls Royce dealer. You turn up in a 7 Series, they look down at you. They're the most up himself store, and I don't like the style. I don't like that style of watch. Certain people like it. What do you reckon? Timely behavior. Do you like that, Richard Mille? What do you think of Richard Mille?
Not really. I'm not really into that kind of style of watch. Myself, I'm more into like your Lange traditional look, or the like I said, the 5196
But
Patek
don't you
in
reckon
gold, yellow
Timely,
gold, that
Timely, in Sydney, if you're a married man, if you have a Rolex, a steel Rolex, you're doing well.
You're
Don't
doing
you
well.
agree or not?
You're doing bloody well.
And
All
our
right.
regards
100%.
to Anthony. We hope he's getting well there. He's
The
apparently
viewers are
got-
requesting that this was the two-tone GMT with a green dial. Apparently, this is the conversation. Let's see.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Bye. Finally. God, I don't want to look at any more real estate.
Listen, I've been looking for a piece. I'm new to the game. I don't know if it's. I'm probably the next information on it. It's a two-tone GMT with green dial, black bezel. Is that an actual?
Yes. Very, very rare. Too. Green dial, black bezel.
Yes, I need it.
You need it? Are you a dealer or are you an individual?
What's that?
Are you a dealer or?
Interesting. I don't even know what the reference would be on that piece.
No,
I've never heard of it.
I think the guy is asking for two-tone, but I think he's talking about the green. I think he's talking about just the solid gold.
Yeah, probably a solid gold.
I did find one. I did find a two-tone with a green dial on the Forum replica watch.
Yeah, same here.
They are real rare.
Yeah.
Listen, he must be talking about the solid gold version.
Look.
It must be solid.
But even in that video of him, right, wearing his RM, I think it really looks so informal. Like it's like a rich person's G-Shock.
The RM.
Yeah.
What about the out of whack? I had the out of whack. The out of whack looks like that. The out of whack.
That's like an everyday. That's an everyday millionaire's. That's an everyday millionaire's G-Shock right there. That's a. But it doesn't look that formal. So even on his wrist, it didn't look. It stands out and kind of looks a little awkward. On an athlete, sure, it looks fine.
I got to tell you guys, seriously.
We got some super chats to catch up on, by the way.
We got super chats. Where are these super chats? Super
Brian
chats.
BK.
The next one is Brian BK. Brian BK, $5. Yacht update. Henry has scratched my anchor. Video in WhatsApp group.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Arch. His yacht does not look good.
You're joking, aren't you?
Oh no, it's pretty bad. You want to pull it up? Pull it up.
I'll just find it.
Giving us some yacht insurance.
It's about a scratch.
I don't think they have yacht insurance, do they?
Yeah, they do. There's definitely boating insurance, no question.
Pretty sure there's insurance for everything.
Yeah.
If
there's something that's expensive, they have insurance for it.
Well, but as a storm starts coming, people get in their boats and they take off. Like, you don't want to be like right by shore in the harbor. It's safer for ships to be.
It takes a while to download. Just let that go through.
Get out at sea.
Michael Dish, $10. My buddy owns a pub in a college town. I used to sit there and quiz the cute young gold diggers about what watch impressed them. 1, Rolex, but needs to be gold. 2, anything Cartier. Anything else, 0. Wow, look at that there. Used to quiz the cute young gold diggers. What does that mean exactly? College town. What are these girls? Are ambitious? They're looking for winners, are they? What are they looking for?
They're looking for big pockets to spend their money.
Guys with money.
They're looking for the young college kids who are easy to snap on with their hooks, and they know their parents are rich. I'm just kidding.
Tanzil, $5. JJ, I have a Huracan. Instagram, hura.tan.
I pulled it.
Go. With license plate, Huratan.
Huratan. That's awesome. Yeah, I just followed you, Tan. That's pretty cool.
My
Yeah,
God,
I didn't follow you before, but I will now.
I like the license plate, Huratan.
My God, that is absolutely beautiful.
Are these all his?
No, he's at a function. He's at a function.
Okay, gotcha.
Because he's still got the Porsche, I think, doesn't he?
I'm not sure. Nice G-Wagon.
I mean, look, the thing I love about Tan is life is for living. Life is for
Nice.
living, isn't it? Don't you agree? Life is for living.
Oh yeah, why not?
It's
Watches are for wearing.
Well, we're not really living it much in Sydney at the moment.
Does he have a
you got
watch
family
profile?
time together. You got family time together, don't you think?
And he watches
we've
on
got
his
family time
Instagram, or is
together.
it
You
just
can't do anything.
Omar,
This is his car
$5.
one.
I'm
This is his
convinced
car
every
ID.
phone call on Timepiece Gentleman is scripted. Was also expecting a little more non-PC bashing of TPG from Archie. Take your look. Honestly, with Timepiece Gentleman, he's made me so much money.
Let's not flog a dead horse either.
Look,
please.
I'll be
You
honest
got your
with you.
Dyson.
Yeah, he did. Look, he was actually in all honesty with Timepiece Gentleman. I admit it was a jerk act. We said it. It's like women; they never forgive you. You know, you had an affair. You slept with the neighbor one night, right? They always go. They always bring. I hate that. Just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I slept with Becky. Yes. Okay.
Becky.
From accounts receivable.
But, you know, they just keep going on. You know, I just leave them go. You know, Timepiece Gentleman, hey, I did well out of the arrangement. That's okay. It's all cool. All is happy. You understand? I'm just happy now. There's no need to get upset. We'll just be happy. Happy. That's the whole thing there. Just be happy. So I got nothing animosity towards him. He didn't do anything wrong to me. He's okay. I made a lot of money. It launched so many careers. It's okay. Just relax. It's all fun. Some people take things so seriously. It's all fun. It's fun. I got to tell you, timely behavior. Have you got a Rolex at all?
Yeah, I've just got the one. The precision
Oh, the
that we
vintage
discussed
one.
before.
Yeah,
the little one.
I got to be
Yeah.
totally honest with you. I'd probably piss it off. Too small and old.
I've got it only because it reminded me of one from a family member from my grandfather back in the day. So it reminds me of him. That's why I got one. He had one similar.
How much did you pay for that thing?
What was it? About 2,500-ish Australian.
Yeah, I'd probably piss it off. You know that. But anyhow, you're trying to build up to a Rolex, aren't you? And no more stupid cars.
No more stupid cars. Japanese. They don't cost anything.
What
and I can put my
Mazda
money
did you
into
get? What
watches.
year was your Mazda you got?
2016 Mazda 3 SP 25. Just a.
Oh, the SP's nice. That's a
Yeah,
hot
it's
little.
alright.
I hate the Sky Active in it. That's the only problem.
Yeah, it's not my biggest compliment about the car, but it goes all right. Goes
But
good.
still-
2.5 litre.
How many Ks did it have on it, and what did you pay?
I got it for 18, and it had 42 or 43,000 kilometers on it.
Wouldn't
still fresh
you
new.
have maybe got a newer one with no Ks, brand new with warranty for not much more?
Well, it had pretty low Ks on it, and the newer ones were up
Yeah.
around the 30-ish mark. So no, that
Okay,
was at my
fair
price
enough.
range at the time. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. What does your wife drive?
CX-5 Mazda, not Mazda.
Oh,
All
they're a
Mazda.
nice car. I like Dave Ramsey burping hard. You people, look in the driveway. That's why you have no money. Look in your driveways. Remember
Yeah,
Dave
buy-
says that?
This is true.
Buying things to impress people you don't even like.
Things with motors. Things with, they say that motors. Things with
actually big.
motors.
He's actually a big car guy, though.
Yeah, but he
Like,
says
he's-
that. He says because he's
Yeah.
quite well off.
Yeah.
You know, he also got a watch. He talks badly about luxury watches, don't you? There's one
He
episode.
probably bought some Gerard Perregaux or something like that. Like he got talked into buying something toxic
Yeah.
one
like
time,
an
and then like his
like an
entire
arm.
experience is based off that one toxic watch. He never even
Yeah.
wears the watch, anyways.
And the other thing is too, with Dave Ramsey, if you look at what he was doing, why he went bankrupt, he was buying properties. Instead of fixing the loan and the term, these were like a 1-year rolling loan. Like they could call it in at any time, instead of actually paying a little bit more interest and fixing it or changing the. he very foolishly had these ridiculous. I mean, any idiot would see that was going to end very, very badly. And that's why they called it in, because he was meeting his payments. He wasn't behind in his payments. But look, Dave Ramsey is what he is. He's the legend, and he's done very well out of it.
But Art, don't you think his advice is actually sound for people who need to look up Dave Ramsey and get advice? You know what I mean? Like,
people who lack self-control, basically.
Yeah, because I wouldn't take advice from him because I don't need his advice. But like someone who's really messed up maybe needs to be told, you can't have a credit card. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Actually, can I say this to you? I don't. Look, I use credit card to buy luxury goods, and you could say that's terrible, but because it's investing in my business, I just rebrand what I do. Instead of lashing out on luxury goods, I'm investing in myself. I'm backing myself. Do you understand? It's the same thing, okay? In my case, it is.
Buying Hermes Birkins, a hell of a way
exactly.
to
Let me say this to you. The thing about Dave is, I watch his stuff. It actually tames me down. I think, shit, he actually is right. Yeah. Maybe I won't just keep buying. I got to tell you, I've got a bit of a shopping problem, okay? I look up things, and I want to buy them, okay? Like I went on eBay, and I wanted to buy more bags. I ended up buying a couple. You know what I mean? I just addicted to. I don't know what it is. I just get.
Didn't you buy a second round of Patek Philippe boxes and stuff as well? At one stage, didn't you buy like you had boxes for your Pateks, and then you bought one so they all matched themselves?
Yeah, I've got a few. No, I've gotten rid of most of the double, which I wish I had them still because they're worth a fortune now. They're worth $2,000, $1,000 a box now. I wish I still had them, but Tanzeel $5. Can we check the merchandise on Luxury Shop on Redbubble? I need some help on what next gift to buy the Rancher for Hanukkah.
Coffee mug.
Gotta love our Tanzeel here. What do we have here on Redbubble? We got some stuff. You know, the guy who was doing this with me, he's never actually paid me any money out of these sales, by the way. Just a small little dig there. Be careful who you go into business with. Just a small dig. Yeah. And Artem's got his own store, which I gave him permission to do, which I'll let him do it. You know what I mean? I'm not a complete bastard, you know. I gotta tell you,
it has your name. It says by ArchieLuxury.
I know, no, because I gave him rights. That's the guy. That's Lux Report. You guys were having fights with. You know Lux Report.
I wasn't.
I was at Arch. The guy uses. First of all, okay, hold on.
He likes you. He likes you.
He's calling me a snake. He has no idea who I. He's never even talked to me one time in my life. I'm like,
it's a term of endearment.
We have mutual friends. Like, you could just give me a phone call, you dumbass. Like, I don't get it. You know,
he's got his own problems.
It's fine. Arch, fine. He's a drama channel. This is what you know. I get it. You know,
and you got to be flattered that he's actually chosen you to highlight. And,
Arch, it's annoying. Like, he screenshotted one small thing where I said like he doesn't have permission to use our image. Like, I'm gonna contact YouTube, and then I went on to say like, oh, whatever. You know what? Like, just let him do his thing. You know, I'm just
yeah.
But it's like at least have the courtesy of asking. You know, like it's not like you don't know who I am.
Look, it is what it is. I got to tell you, Timely. Do you agree it's now become out of reach for the average? You're actually a fucking successful man. You got a house in Sydney, a wife, and a couple of cars. Oh, shizers. Brian BK, $5. Gordon Ramsay versus Dave Ramsey. Show that yacht destruction video to spite Dave.
I'll get it for you, Arch.
I got it. Actually, it's downloaded. It's come up.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
I don't know why WhatsApp is so slow. I don't understand this shit. Do you?
I don't know, but I will say that Gordon Ramsay actually has some really awesome watches.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like a really big watch guy.
Gordon, not Dave
Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay, sorry, the chef. Yeah, the celebrity chef.
Yes. Holy shit! What did I?
By the way, I love Gordon Ramsay.
You like who?
Gordon Ramsay on everything. Hell's Kitchen, like even MasterChef. He's hilarious.
I think his advice is brilliant. Like if you're running a restaurant, you've got to.
Yeah.
Let me just find this thing. Hang on 1
I
minute.
met him once. He's a funny guy. We went to get a book signed at the Food and Wine show. And while I was there with him having a chat, someone off the side was telling him, Gordon, tell me where for. Like this. He's like, people are just crazy. He's want me to say just random shit.
He's a nice guy.
He's a good guy. And he's got a whole bunch of nice watches too. If you watch some of his shows, you see him speaking some good stuff.
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh, is that his boat? Does he
It
own
was.
that?
It's all right.
Now the insurance
That'll
company
help.
owns it now.
No, you can still bring it out. It's not badly damaged. It depends how badly the hull's damaged.
Yeah.
Is it
Bit of
damaged?
polywatch, it'll be right.
I don't
Is that
think-
his boat? Are you sure that's his boat?
Yeah, it might just be a joke. But he lost his anchor.
There we go, guys. Very interesting. Omar, $5. I'm a wealth manager. You need 4 million under management to even be our client. We have more clients that wear Timex than Rolex. It's probably actually, to be completely
opportunity
honest
cost.
with you, it's
Opportunity cost.
pretty true. So 4 million under management. So that means they're probably worth 10 million, isn't it? Or what, 6 million?
Bill Gates and
Yeah, probably real estate, their business, if they own one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're probably worth, hefty amount.
ER, $100. Whatever happened to that sweet gentleman Jeff that used to appear on the weekends? We never had a fight with him. We love Jeff.
No, we know
Jeff-
our theory was right, though. He only came out to pump the Rolex releases ahead of the releases. As soon as Rolex did the releases, he's gone. So he's going to come back around.
He was a
Rolex
media
HQ will
man,
send him back.
We think he was a media
I
man.
think we all know what happened. I think we all know what happened. Come on, guys. Let's not be. We all know what happened.
Bear's
What happened?
answer underneath is
Right.
actually really funny.
Hey, Jeff is a sweet guy and takes jokes.
No,
well.
it was above that. A couple on the ER's chat, super chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
contributed
super.
by showing. Here. I'm only joking. He occasionally comes to chat. He does.
He hasn't come on in a while.
Maybe his wife slept too. No, he's okay.
No, he wrote
Yeah,
super chatted someone said he went broke and had to sell all of his two-tone Rolex.
No, he didn't. He's a very successful man, Jeff.
Right. That was a joke.
Okay, next
He
super
didn't- he
chat
didn't
is
super
Yankee
chat.
Doodle, $2. I downed a half bottle of Finnick 19. Join me. I'm still on the break
The
at
wagon.
the moment, but
Stay
the
on
wagon, the wagon. Tanzeel, $5. Marco, can you please pull up A Salesman Gone Bad album by ArchieLuxury on Spot? Now, I also got ripped off by this guy.
And guys,
I've
I don't
been
have Spotify. That shit's expensive, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that like $12 a month? I don't have that kind of money, guys.
Yeah, my nightly yoga session. Yeah, that's another guy who ripped me off. That guy actually did rip me off, and you know what? I've just decided to leave it go because it still brings in a bit of notoriety and fame. It's been there so long. I just thought, just leave it. Tell me this
ER
timely.
wants you to answer the question, by the way.
Oh.
ER wants you to answer the question.
Oh, what was her question?
What happened to Jeff?
Jeff's welcome back anytime. I love Jeff. I didn't know we had a problem. I love Jeff. He's on my WhatsApp, isn't he? I'll just say, I'll text him now. Let's text it. He's on my WhatsApp.
We're back.
Oh, here he is. I'll just send him a message here.
I saw Jeff
Hello.
recently. I think he's still around once in a while. I just think he doesn't
It's
come on.
late. It's late in.
No, it's
It's
not.
late
It's
over
morning,
there, right?
11 o'clock in the morning. Hello, how are you going? I
Good,
miss
good.
you. When are you coming back? I love you. There we go. I love you. That's okay. We can say that. It's cool. Can't we? We can say that.
You guys are friends.
He's a cool guy. I love Jeff. He's a really nice guy. I got nothing against Jeff. Jeff's a cool guy. I got to be
We love
honest
Jeff.
with you. Yeah, I'm just talking to the Rolex, the guy down there. I just wanted to say to you, don't you think in Australia it's become impossible for a middle-class man like you to get a Rolex? A decent Rolex.
It's
okay, that
very
that
hard.
boy-sized
Yes.
that
yes,
vintage
yes.
boy-sized dog doesn't really. I mean, I understand it's cool. It is kind of cool, but between you and me.
It is.
It's not A grade, is it? It's not A grade, is it? Let's just say that.
No, but I don't walk around spruiking it like it is either. So
No. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, realistically, someone like you'd like to have a sub, wouldn't you, or a GMT? You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd like to have a sub or a GMT. Personally, I'd rather have the Reverso more though.
It's cost prohibitive, but don't you think? It's so expensive in Australia. Like, what's a sub going to cost you in Australia?
Oh, what? If I was to get it on the grey, probably what, 15, 16?
Yeah, at least. That's for a no date, something like that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Ceramic.
It's not cheap.
It's not
Definitely
cheap.
not cheap.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. In Australia, it's become so hard for the normal people, working man, to get anything. It's impossible. Tanzil, $5. Marco, can you please Google the following thread and pull it up from the Rolex forums and read the comments? ArchieLuxury pinches Dalek. Well, that was years ago. You know how many years ago that was? That was years ago. And Michael Dish, $5. Heard about the Black Widows in Vegas. She sips some Rolex Mixer a Mickey. She slips some Rolex Flexer a Mickey, then runs off with his Rolex. Wear your Seiko in the casino, gents.
Yeah, or don't associate with hookers. One or the other.
Yeah,
I got to tell you,
trust a girl when
seriously,
she brings you a drink.
what do you think there? You're coming up to your 40th. What do you hope? You want a Reverso? Why do you want the Reverso so much?
For me.
Why?
Don't know. To be honest, one, I like the look of it. It's a great looking watch. It's in a decent size. It not being a round watch as well, something a bit different. I like it having.
I love the
80
tribute to
pounds
1931. You know the tribute?
Arch, I got it pulled up, by the way. The forum.
Go, bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. Let's bring her up. We'll bring her up. Let's bring it up.
I think I know which one you're talking about. But
this is years ago. These are years ago. I borrowed one pick, and I mean, it's just crazy, you know. But they get banned for even mentioning me now. It's just the whole forum scene sucks. You know this. There we go. This is how many years ago was this?
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about now.
Yeah, this is years ago. This was years ago. And this is the whole problem with this hobby. Everyone takes it so seriously. You know, the hobby, you gotta let people have a bit of fun in this hobby, you know. But tell me this, Timely, you want to get a Reverso? What about for the wife? What are you gonna buy the wife?
She's not really that into watches, to be honest. Unfortunately, she's more into the. I got her Longines before a couple of years ago on that, but I mean, she's more into just using her Apple Watch. She's not a watch person. She doesn't mind me buying them. She hasn't cracked the shit.
She likes her purses.
But,
she likes her purses. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, she's more into her other like female luxury goods, like the bags and the purses and all that stuff.
Have you bought many bags
for her? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, a couple of them. Nothing like
expensive,
what you're
aren't
buying at the moment. Because
I don't have a $900. I don't have $1 million house in Sydney. You know, if you moved up to Queensland, you could buy a few fancy things too.
You're doing all right.
You know, I got to tell you, you're a young
guy,
man.
Box. You're doing all right.
I started again when I was your age.
Yeah,
33. I started again 33.
Times, yeah.
But you're right. Yep. You got to try a nickel and look. It's hard. I tell you honestly, having kids, it's very expensive. I had to pay dental things. You know, you get unexpected bills come up. It's very. It's expensive. I make no. I mean, and that's my choice to have kids. Okay, it's not like I'm crying sympathy because it was my choice to have.
She tricked you into it.
See the Breitlings or braces? Which one?
Breitling, exactly right there. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up in about 10 minutes. I think. So, I'm still recovering from the. Have you had the jab yet, Timely?
Yeah, I've gone through. Got both jabs, both Pfizer.
Oh, you did. I did AstraZeneca. It was cheaper.
I got in earlier, around May, mid to late May. I got my first one.
How did you get in? Because they wouldn't give it to young people like you. How could you get?
My wife's a frontline worker, so managed to squeeze in.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
She works at the hospital, see, so we got in.
Oh, good on you. Good on you. Yeah, I got to tell you.
You could skip the line, you know.
Well, look.
Sorry,
They
JJ?
need.
I missed that one.
No, I just said if you know someone, you could skip the line a little bit or get to the head of the line.
Yeah, well, the argument was put forward that she's going in for her jab, and if I'm at home and I'm probably going to be the one that ends up getting it because I'm the one going out for everything, I would give it to her. So we both
100%.
vaccinated. Yeah.
No, that makes. Look, I got no problems with Tanzil, $5. Archie, what was the bigger horological crime? You stealing Dalek's pick or Atem stealing AC3's shtick? Yeah, Atem.
Let it die. Let it die, please. Let's let that die.
I can't control Tan.
Him, you're just giving him free publicity. Just stop mentioning him, you know?
I can't control Tan. Do you understand? What can I do? I can't control him. I love my Tan. I got no controls over any of these guys. I mean, and I said that to you too. You said your people hate me. They're coming. I said, man, I can't control my own kids, yet alone my fans. What am I supposed to do with these guys? I got no control. You know, I seriously have very little control. I got to tell you,
the reverso.
Do you ever have fantasies? Let me ask you this. Do you have a credit card just in case you walk into the Rolex boutique and they say, excuse me, sir, would you like a Pepsi at retail?
No, I don't have a credit card for that because I would
what would you do if they said,
buy it at retail.
Would you like one? What would you do if they said, like,
well,
how would you come up?
I've actually had this discussion already with the wife, and I said to her, no, it's not a bad investment if you can get one at retail. I said, it doesn't matter, you put it on a credit card, get it. Because
yeah. What did she say to that?
Another, you know.
So what did she say to
that? You
that?
can make money on it, do it.
So how did you got the credit card ready or what?
Well, I've got to put my name on the list first. But before we can do that, we have to be able to leave our home.
Do you have a credit card to do that with?
No, but I can get one straight away if I needed one.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. But you need to get it. You need to pay for it that day. You can't muck around for a week.
Yeah, no, I get that, but you need to be on the list, or you need to apply, or whatever.
The lists don't exist. They don't exist.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine who spent $250,000 to get a Pepsi. $250,000 to get a Pepsi. That's Watches of Switzerland, by the way. There you go. They're not my mates. What do I give a shit? Yeah, Watches of Switzerland. They're mean. All of these dealers in Australia, meanies. They're meanies. Pine Barren, $5. Gold Day Date. What are the better options in that price range? See, the problem is Gold Day Dates are going for almost retail, aren't they? What are they going for? Retail?
You're going for at least retail, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon, you know what I'd say the best bang per buck in that price range? Lange. And I'm a Patek man, okay? So, I mean, I'm just telling you.
What about a Historiques 1921?
I think they're overpriced, to be completely honest with you.
What? They're not that overpriced.
They are.
You can get them pretty cheap.
I think you find they've moved. They're expensive. Like brand new, they're dear, and the difference has actually shrunken. They're not. You're asking me value, right? I think a Lange. I'd love to get a Lange 1 Moon Phase, a Lange 1 bigger grand. Any Lange 1. Any of the Langes, I think, are better than buying a Gold Day Date. That's you ask.
Yeah, but a 1921 is not in this price range anyway, so it's not even a valid comparison. Twice the price.
Yeah. It's below this, right? Way below this.
Half the price. It's not even in this price range, so it's not even.
Well, no, but it's something to consider.
Well,
it depends what day we're talking, right?
He wants a 40,000 price range. He doesn't want a $20,000 watch. He wants a comparable option in the $40,000 price range.
What about 1815 Chrono? It's about the price of a day, to be fair.
100%. And I'd have to say the
513. What about the
5130 World Time? The 39.5 mil one is a beautiful piece. Tanzil, $10 for great comedy. Look up threads on the Rolex forums with the username Archie42.
Arch, you're gonna have to find these. You got
A
this.
true insight into the pontiff when he was a simple priest praying to the Paddy God. Paddy's the moderator who banned me. He hates my guts. You know, I got a lot of relief talking to the wizard. You know what wizard said to me? Sometimes people hate you. They just hate you. They get jealous. They hate you. And I think he's true. He's actually right. Omar, $5. The best part of this stream is Archie being flumexoed by Sydney guy making solid financial choices. It doesn't commute for the pontiff. Yes. Solid. I got to tell you, man, I got a lot of... Tell me this. Do many of your friends have Rolex timely behavior?
Oh, there's a couple. I've got a couple of them. One of them, he's got the same watch as our friend over there, Marco. He's got the Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
I like the name. I like that you're calling it the Bruce Wayne. That's right, guys.
Not the Batgirl. Not the Batgirl.
You got to stick with what is, right?
Yeah.
And
You noticed after we had our disagreement, I started calling it the Batgirl.
Yes, I noticed that, Archie. I did notice that.
And my other mate's got an OP. 39 mil.
What color? What color?
Black.
Nice watch. Oh, ER 100 smackaroonies. So someone who is harassed on the constant disappears, and people who were legitimately banned for harassing others allows to troll just because he is a friend. Yeah, that's the watch community. This was a fun place once. You know, I got to be honest with you. Sometimes it's a very hard world. The watch world is hard. I think it sometimes brings out the worst in people because... I don't know about you, timely behavior.
Yeah.
But I wish I could buy so much more than I can.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like having a Datsun 120Y and you're dealing with a Ferraris or stuff like that. You know what I mean? You think, oh, my God, it'd be so cool to have, you know...
Look, if I could, right now, if you just said money's no object, I'd probably have the world time Patek that the guy was on the other week with, whatever, like yours, but the newer.
Yeah, the Khaleesi dial. Yep, of course. Man, I'd want one too. Put me down. We'll take one each. We'll get a discount.
I'd get a root beer, I'd get a reverso, and I'd get a Globe Master. Done.
Did you get a sub? What about a sub?
No need. I got the root beer, right? So.
But that's not really a dive watch.
I know, but.
It's waterproof. It's enough.
Get a date sub then. There you go. But yeah, I like the Globe Master because it reminds me of the old school Constellations, but in a good size.
They never really took off the Globe Master, did they?
Not really. No.
Because they were hyped. Remember they had that new certification? They had that, what was it? That master chronometer, you know, super. It kind of never went anywhere,
I can't remember, but yeah. Not really. They had the it's like an annual calendar version of it as well, I think.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And you get in white and blue
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
guys,
money was no object.
I'm wrapping this show up. I want to thank everyone for coming on today. I especially want to thank Timely Behavior. I've enjoyed our chats. It's been nice, and I hope you realize your dream of having a Reverso. Believe you me, that is an amazing watch. You know what? What happened with the Reverso was, I've told this story before. Ronnie had a guy working for him, Fred, and Fred was wearing it. And I said, I will give you $1,000 more than you pay, because I know how he's a very good buyer. And he said, yes, I got a cash advance. The wife paid for it because I said, I want this watch. And we got it a year before my 40th. No, my birthday. And I got to tell you what, it's a watch. Yeah, I could have made money on better things, right? But you know something? I always love it. I will never. That's why I got it engraved, because I'm a flipper. I used to be a flipper. I'm a reformed flipper, okay? And I would have sold it because so many people liked it and wanted it, and I was desperate, and I just, because it had the engraving, it stopped me selling it. But I want to say, man, get a Reverso. I also like the tribute to 1931. I think they're actually expensive. They're actually quite hot. For some reason, the one I've got, it's actually the grand size. It's actually quite a bit fat. That's not cool at the moment.
I don't mind that though. It's good.
Exactly right. I feel the same way. I reckon
bit of heft on the wrist. It's good.
That one I had before, that Sun Moon one I had, 8-day power reserve one. That was a
That
bargain.
was hot. That was a nice looking watch as well. Beautiful.
It was. I should have bought that if I had some brains. I was in a bad headspace.
Yours on the Theo and Harris, what is it, the Type 1 Mark 1 strap?
Yeah. It looked amazing.
Caramel sort of
the caramel.
Fantastic.
Because it's red on the reverse of it. It's red.
Yeah, party time on the back.
Yeah, I've put it back onto the original.
When
it's on the original strap, it's very conservative. Okay, it's a little bit too
up, formal.
Yeah, but
it's nice,
you know what? On the caramel, it's more
day-to-day party time. It's nice, funky, like strap. It's good.
And I want to thank ER for her very, very, very kind, very, very kind contribution to today's show. It really, she's just, I've known ER for years. I've known her for years. Actually, she was the lady who originally paid me to ban Rodent 1. That's where it goes back to. I was paid substantially to ban him, and that was probably the best career move of my life.
Yep.
I invented the word the shitter. I thought to myself, because he was spruiking this garbage, and I thought, how can I really attack you to hurt you? Because when I was in school, I used to do the same thing. I used to think of something, right? I was never the cool kid. I was clever. I used to think, how could I get him? I'm going to invent a term for the shitter. And that's kind of really ripped at that market, the shitter. And that's become throughout the whole community, the shitter. Everyone knows what shitters are, right? And I got to tell you, ER helped me. She pushed me at the right time. And that's why she's a fantastic lady. I've had many relationships and girlfriends and bits on the side, okay? She's the only woman who's sent me beautiful gifts without expecting anything in return. And I'm deadly serious. Every other woman who's given me something, they always wanted multiples back. Okay? ER's the only woman who's really... I don't know what to say. She's just a magic woman. Done so much for me. She's helped the Marco.
Big time.
Maybe his ego got a bit out of control because of it, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just can't be helped. And Marco's back. We're back and we're friends and we're singing Kumbaya. It couldn't get any better.
Well.
And I got to tell you, it's look, we got to grow. We can't always stay the young kid. And I got to tell you, sucker horn too, sucker horn. I was here before John. Yes, she was. ER has done so much for me. And lovely lady. And she just wants peace in the community. She wants peace in the community.
She wants watch talk. That's it. She wants us to thrive, but for the right reasons,
Exactly. And I mean, look, to be honest with you, it's really enjoyable. I had a good chat to Timely there because I don't think you Americans understand how hard it is in Australia. Like when you hear these prices, like I'm on a main road. It's a lower middle class suburb, right? 600,000 is ridiculous money. Okay? It's ridiculous. Sydney is even worse. $1 million.
It's crazy. It's
to have
through the roof.
And you need 20% deposit. Man, do you know how hard it is?
That's what it is in Montreal too, to be fair. You can't buy anything on island in like the west of Montreal anymore. Like it's gone ridiculous. It's actually
the thing
ridiculous.
is, Marco, over here, it was only the past, say, 5 or 6 years that I started climbing, and it just went stupid. It went through the roof. It's not like gradual over time.
Same here.
But also, Marco,
in Canada, it started in Vancouver, then it trickled to Toronto, and then it trickled to Montreal. So like now Vancouver is unbuyable, Toronto is becoming unbuyable, and now Montreal is going to become unbuyable.
Guys, the other thing is we're a very high tax country too.
Well, Arch, 52% in Quebec. You try to beat that.
By the way, did any of you guys see that documentary I sent you the link to yesterday? There was a pawnbroker. Did you see that? A1 Trading, he's called. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I'm off the hook. He didn't know me yesterday.
It was a documentary on pawn shop A1 Trading. It's called Broke. And I thought it was an amazing documentary. It just showed you these people were in, where were they? I'm trying to remember where they were. I'm just going to post the link at the side there. You guys can have a look at this video. It's a 2-hour documentary. The guy was actually beaten up. There's a Jewish guy who runs this pawn shop. He was beaten up later and he's retired. This was made 10 years ago. But it's such a great sort of, I think he was in Quebec. What's Quebec like? Is that poor or what?
Depends where. No, generally it's like Quebec is a big province. That's the thing. We're talking Montreal. Montreal is mostly like the west side of Montreal is much wealthier versus the east. The east side is much poorer.
Got you.
So there's like pockets. I mean, it's like anywhere there's pockets of wealth, you know?
Yeah. It was a very interesting documentary. I would highly recommend you take a look at it because it was, it makes you realize there are people there who are struggling. Really, I mean, we talk about watches and how we'd like to get a sub and this and that. These people, they seem to be their own worst enemy, They seem to be their own worst enemy. It's amazing. Guys, I'm wrapping up. See you later.
JJ, are you posting the link? We're doing after show on your stream.
Come on, don't put Archie on the spot. Come on.
No, that's okay. You guys have been big earners today. I don't mind. You guys bring the bucks in. I'm happy to promote. Man, I'm in a good mood. You understand? JJ, post the link. It was Quebec City. I think it was Quebec. It's an amazing. I just never realized.
I got to teach you some French sometime soon.
I would love, I had a dream of learning French. I wanted to learn. I love one of my favorite movies, Breakfast in Paris. What was it? Midnight in Paris. Woody Allen movie. I love that movie.
What about Breakfast at Tiffany's, Arch?
Actually, I like that movie too. But, that Midnight in Paris, I've watched that with a couple girlfriends. It's so, because I know all the parts, You just, it's very cool. You come on. I like that pseudo-intellectual there. I've met people like that. In that movie. You posting the link? You posted the link. Toyota Mo, final one. So Dis does not bring in the... Look, no, he's a great guy. He's just... I can't get the A-team on all the time. They're busy. Marco's got a job he's going to. Timely behavior. He just comes on as a... Look, Diz is a nice guy. I'm looking for an Artem replacement. To be completely frank with you, that's the funny, ridiculous guy. Okay.
Like Seinfeld, Arch. You know Seinfeld? You need a new Kramer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And, Marco and JJ will always be the big guns. Okay? There's no question. You guys are the big butt guns, okay? As Tony said there,
says this is a disaster.
No, I don't think I actually quite like him. I think he can be turning into a nice sort of guy there. He's okay. Look, we
gotta break him in.
Break him. It's hard, okay?
He's got to learn. Arch, you'll teach him the ropes.
Yeah. He's okay. I don't want smoking weed on the channel. That'd be a good start.
You got to find a raw talent and then polish them up. Polish up the name.
Exactly.
You gotta coach them a bit.
Exactly.
When they found Madonna, she was homeless in an alleyway, right, wearing an old wedding dress.
Was she?
Yeah, she used to be homeless in Manhattan. She used to just do shows in like all the punk rock places, and she would wear thrift store stuff. Actually, she didn't wear the wedding dress all the time, but she wore that to one of her first shows, like some vintage wedding dress.
She was very, very ambitious.
Yeah.
Just like some other snakes that we've had to get rid of.
This isn't as ambitious.
That's why we want her. Do you understand? You know.
Yeah.
You got to understand. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow.
Later,
Great
guys.
show, guys.